fan base that you already have, and it's trying to create a commercial for your streaming service, which I still don't know what makes it any different than any other streaming service, except it has that album on it. Right?
And, like, how many people are really going to Sprint for this? Like,
no, I can't imagine.
I can't either, because his last record, they did the same thing with the Samsung phone.
Yeah, I had to listen to it on YouTube.
And then a few weeks later, it was just available to everyone. So, like, fool me once.
Well, you can't fool me again. Yeah. No, you're right.
It's like everybody's probably just thinking, like, oh, I'm not going to switch to Sprint. I'll just wait a few weeks.
Right.
Yeah, 2 weeks and it'll be out on Spotify.
It's like everybody being like, they say that he's an evolving businessman, this Jay-Z, because he bought a painting for $1 million, and now it's worth $8 million. And they're like, this is a guy you should look up to. Look what he's doing. And I'm going, no, he's not. Who's got $1 million to spend on a painting to begin with? I can't do that. I could buy a painting for $1 and it'll go up to $8. That's not a great investment. What do I need $8 for over the course of 3 years? It's just like, for some reason that's cool. But the guys who like do stock investments, right, and make money off their money, the Mitt Romneys of the world, well, those guys are scumbags. But, if Jay-Z puts $1 million into a painting and now it's worth $8 million, he's a genius. And I'm like, what? No, I don't have if you've got, you could it's easier to turn $1 million into a lot of money than it is to turn $70 into a lot of money.
Yeah, remember Donald Trump only had a small loan of $1 million.
Exactly. It's the same shit. And that was $1 million of 80s money, which is like $10 million.
Yeah.
He was like, look, I was able to make $1 billion out of $10 million. Yeah, a lot of people could do that. You can get lucky. If you're spending millions of dollars on art, one of your $1 million paintings is going to be worth something. I would hope. Let me go to Jay in Kentucky. What's up, pal?
Hey, Sam, you are my favorite man boy.
Thank you very much, Jay. Me too.
Hey, what if this is Jay-Z's not his A-game stuff? Maybe he just threw away threw together a bunch of old stuff just so he can cash in with this deal.
Just
but his next album, next album's going to have the buzz. He's going to bounce off this, and he's going to make another $1 billion.
Here's the thing that I always find odd. Like, there's all this hype around this Jay-Z album because it's been years since his last album, and he's this iconic artist. And there's all this hype around it, and everybody's like, "Oh, this is the day." They've been building this for about a month. Billboards that said 444 just started popping up in New York in the beginning of June. And people were like, oh, what is this? Is this a Jay-Z thing? Is this a Drake thing? Like, nobody knew exactly what it was. And then, like, a week or two ago, they announced that it's a Jay-Z album, and it's going to be on Tidal, and it's going to be on Sprint phones. And then you get the album, and one of the lyrics in the album is about Al Sharpton taking selfies. And I'm like, dude, you just did that. What are you talking about? It's got a lyric in there about Al Sharpton taking selfies. That was a week ago. All this hype, and he didn't even do the album yet. It's not like he knew he was sitting on this gold mine of material. He hadn't even done it yet. It wasn't finished. He was just like, oh, don't worry. I'll be done.
He works like Trey Parker and Matt Stone.
Yeah, they just do it right before. He just sent it to Tidal like yesterday at dinner time, and he was like, you got to get this up by midnight. I'm done. I finally finished. I was waiting for my Al Sharpton joke, and he did the selfie. I kind of go like, well, I thought that if you're going to hype it for a month, you must have some masterpiece. But how do you know if it's a masterpiece if you haven't done it yet?
Well, luckily with digital now, you don't have to print anything. So it's
no time.
I mean, you literally, because I put out music regularly. So, like, I can get something out within 3 days, really. I mean, and I'm sure Jay-Z has the power to literally turn something around overnight and get, especially if it's only on Tidal.
Yeah, I'm sure he's got a studio in his house. He owns Tidal. Like, it's all under his control, right?
Yeah. So, it's not a matter of like, oh, he had to record this years ago or months ago, weeks ago. He literally could have just did it over the weekend and now it's out.
But the balls to hype something up for a month when you haven't even done it yet. That's crazy to me.
Well, he knows that he has a powerful name.
I guess, but I'd be so like paranoid.
He's not.
He's not. He's confident.
And he's got a lot of people around him that blow smoke up his ass.
You the man, Hove. I guess if I had people walking around calling me God, like that was my nickname, was just God.
Yeah.
That's what Hove is, Hova, which is Jehovah, which is Jesus. Is that correct?
Yep.
Yeah. If I had people around being like, "Hey, what's up, Jesus Christ?" I'd be like, "Hey, man, how's it going?" Like I'd feel super good about myself.
You'd have confidence.
And when somebody was like shitting on me on Twitter or something, I'd be like, "You believe this? You believe what they're saying about me?" And they go, "Oh, I know, Jesus Christ. That's fucked up what they're saying." I'd go, "Yeah, it is fucked up. Thanks, man." Like they wouldn't even have to compliment me. I wouldn't even need yes men because they're calling me Jesus Christ every day. It's brilliant.
Yeah.
Plus, I doubt he wrote 12 songs and then released 12 songs. Like, you write 20 and then you pick the best.
Yeah.
You know?
And he writes very strange. I'm sure you know that. Like, I'm sure, you know, rap isn't like, you know, you go into a studio and you write down everything. These songs are pretty much already done, and he just has to fill in the blanks with lyrics. So, like,
meaning the music itself.
They have tons. I guarantee they have a huge team of people that put together beats with a hook, and he gets to hear it, and then he just kind of fills in the blanks. And that's how these rappers are just like Drake will just constantly be putting stuff out. He has tons of ghostwriters. And
what?
Yeah. I know people that have, I have friends that have ghostwritten for Drake.
Meek Mill?
And they get, and the thing is too, is they don't pay him a lot of money. They pay him shit money.
The ghostwriters? Why do they do it then?
Well, because just to say that you did a track with Drake.
Yeah, but then you're like, "Hey, I did this track with Drake," and Drake's going to be like, "No, you didn't."
Yeah, sometimes they get like a point on the record.
Oh,
so
if it's a big single,
they'll make some money off of it,
but not a lot.
Not a lot. No,
I don't understand why anybody would. I guess because they wanted to be a rapper, it didn't work out. So this is better than nothing.
Yeah, that, and you know, you make music for a living, you make beats, and you know, you want people to be using them. You know, you want to get out there, and then, you know, just think about if you sell a beat to Drake or Jay-Z.
Yeah.
I mean, you have those connections, and then when you have other stuff, I'm sure they're going to, yeah, hey, I did this song, they'll be willing to hear your new stuff.
Yeah. Steal it. Copy it.
It's a huge racket.
Has there been any ghostwriters that are like successful after? Like that turned into real rappers?
Yeah.
Or do real rappers just kind of become ghostwriters on the side? A little extra scratch.
I believe they start out as ghostwriters. I think like Rick Ross was a ghostwriter for a long time. Yeah, I mean, a lot of people that, and I would say all the big artists that people like in hip hop, they mostly all have.
Didn't Jensen talk about Kanye selling his beats like back in the day?
Jensen Karp, yeah. Kanye used to sell his beats at a discount but he wasn't ghostwriting. If you would let Kanye do the hook on the album, on the record, he would sell you his beat for less.
That's a terrible deal.
So like if you go, but he just wanted to be on this. Yeah, you'd think you'd have to pay more.
Yeah,
because he did the hook. But if you go back to like early stuff where Kanye West wasn't famous yet, he's on like some hooks because he'd be like, if you let me do the hook on this, you could get it for a deal.
Smart.
And they'd be like, yeah, all right. Then I don't have to think of a hook. Okay, sure, why not?
I mean, he even has ghostwriters.
But then you listen to those songs, and like the hook has nothing to do with the song. So it's you're like, these are just words that are thrown in.
I mean, that's most hip hop, really.
How does a rapper though? Like, how do they not get insecure if they're not doing the music and they're not writing the words? Don't they worry that at some point the house of cards will completely fall apart if they're literally responsible for nothing except just being the face?
Well, why would it fall apart? I mean, it's like most pop music, like they don't write.
I guess, yeah, that's true.
They're performers.
And not only that, like when you're like go from having nothing, and now you have a nice car, you have a nice house, you're fucking girls that are way out of your league.
Yeah,
you could care less who wrote that stupid song.
Yeah, I guess. Right. Like, it's like, I'm just too busy enjoying this life.
Yeah, and a lot of times those guys get a little drunk on themselves and they think that they're really the talent. So then the next record, they're like, I'm going to write this, and they don't have the talent.
You don't think integrity is an issue?
No. Not at all. Especially nowadays. I mean, believe me, there's still hip-hop with integrity, but the mainstream stuff that you're hearing is just, it's like a mill.
And not everyone's Chance the Rapper.
Right.
No. And a lot of these people are bigger than Chance the Rapper.
Yeah. But Chance the Rapper, to his credit, is not signing with a label.
Right. Well, because he knows it's all fake.
But that's what makes him cool.
Yeah. Yeah. But he doesn't use ghostwriters, you don't think, does he?
I don't know.
Or they all use ghostwriters at some point or another.
All those beats come from somebody else. And even like Kanye stuff, I mean, somebody will send him a beat, and then he'll tweak the beat so he puts his spin on it.
And then he's like the master producer.
Yeah, and then the guy that really came up with it, gets a pointer, he gets paid off or whatever.
Right.
I mean, a lot of these guys, like Diplo, like it's almost like a mill. Like they have like 20 guys coming up with beats. And then,
So it's like the Facebook house where all the coders are sitting there locked in, and then they're just like, hey, Zuck, hey, now you can like photos. Hey, look, we got a thumbs up and a thumbs down. Hey, and then Zuckerberg's like, yes, you got it. Or like Steve Jobs. Steve Jobs, that's right, Kanye West thinks, or Jay-Z or whoever these guys think they're Steve Jobs, where he's going, I'm the conductor. I don't have to play the instrument. I'm the conductor. Maybe that's what it is.
Yeah.
I need to get some of that. I need to be able to have like a shitty show and then just go home and just like, look at my life. I'm so great. You know what I mean? Just the work itself doesn't matter because of the reward.
Right.
That's got to be a great way to live. It's just, you don't have to worry about anything. You don't think about anything. You don't sit there like there's no stress because there's reward.
Yeah.
So like you just don't worry about the work. Just do whatever you have to do to get by and enjoy the reward.
I mean, I would say
how much fun would that be?
Yeah, it'd be fun. I mean, unless you're a real artist and you really want to have some artistic integrity, but I would probably say most of those people don't.
No. They just want a nice reward.
And they're broke and they see they have idols that have come out of the hood and have got successful from
made
hip-hop.
money.
So it's like they just want to follow that.
Which is what I was talking about, which is why you're going to see young people try to emulate Jay-Z and put stuff out exclusively on different services, and they're going to be shocked when they don't become millionaires. They're going to be shocked when it doesn't work out because you can't build that way. You have to be already built. You know, if you're going to be exclusive like that, you have to be already finished. That's why I hated being on two different channels on Sirius. Like, it's hard enough to get out there when you're on Sirius because it's a subscription service like we're talking about. But luckily, people subscribe to Sirius for a lot of different reasons. It's in a lot of different cars. There's a lot of people with trials. So people do end up stumbling upon things on this service just because it's so varied. But when half of the audience had to subscribe to a premium channel to get to this show, I hated it.
Yeah.
Because like you can't build that way. You can't. If you're just trying to get if you're not built yet, or you're not built to where you want to be, and you're just trying to get whatever money you can get out of the fan base that you have, it's not going to work out long term.
Yeah, but you got more money being on a premium channel.
I didn't get more money being on a premium channel. As a matter of fact, I didn't even get that benefit.
Oh.
Yeah.
Huh.
I'm making the same cash.
Yeah, I never understood that model.
No.
Because, why wouldn't you want people to hear the whole service so they fall in love with it? Or somebody's in the car with them and they go, oh, my God, what's this show? This is awesome.
Let me try it on my radio. Yeah. I'm like, well, if you're on Sirius, it's 206. And they're like, yeah, but I have Sirius XM. Yeah, I don't know then.
Yeah, or what's your radio? Oh, I don't know.
I don't know.
Well, then if it's this one, you could try this channel.
Came with the car, bro. I don't know what you're talking about.
Just go to YouTube.
Yeah, they stream it all the time on YouTube. You'll find it. Dave in one of the Carolinas. What's going on, pal?
Yeah, he didn't even ask. Well, I was going to weigh on that Jay-Z song you're talking about, the El Sharpton selfies. Well, I mean, I was just thinking, what if he made the album and then that song shit, I could say
your phone is going to shit, but you're asking what if he just added it in later just to blow people's minds, like, oh my God, how topical can this man be? I don't know. I guess it's possible, but it rhymes with everything. It fits so well. You know, Mike Cannon just walked in. What's going on, Mike?
Hey, man.
How are you?
I'm good. I'm excited.
Why are you excited?
Just to see you.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh. Well, that's nice.
Yeah. You bring out my morning enthusiasm.
Well, then I'm excited, too. We were just talking about Tidal and,
the most dog shit fucking service on earth. Why would anybody...
It's like other streaming services, but it's got Jay-Z's album.
Oh.
So it's different.
You mean the artist that hasn't been relevant since the Black Album?
That's what we were talking about, but every time he comes out with a new album, people are like, okay, yeah, no, I guess, yeah, there is that song.
Jay-Z has turned into such a cuck. Beyonce doesn't even have to announce an album before she releases it. She just drops it at like midnight.
Yeah.
Jay-Z has been on a 2-week tear PR campaign to get any interest whatsoever.
He's got to rent out the top of taxis.
Yeah. Will there be a Lemonade reply?
There was.
Yeah. Was there one about a preemie twins?
I read it. I don't know if it was quite that topical.
Oh.
But I read it in the newspaper.
Okay.
He apologized to his wife. That's like that's the new hip hop.
I thought he chases. He doesn't chase them. He replaces them.
Yeah.
What happened to that, Jay-Z?
Big. What was the word? Big
pimpin'?
Oh, Yeah. No, he's a 47-year-old man. He's like, I'm sorry.
Now he raps about This Is Us.
Yeah, exactly. He's sitting at home.
I didn't see it coming.
Right. Had a heart attack right there. Yeah, he apologized to Beyonce for which I think the whole thing is fake anyway.
Of
I think
course it is.
I think the lemonade thing was fake when she was like, "Oh, he was cheating on me," and then I think it was fake when he was like, "I'm sorry for cheating on you." It's just they've built a soap opera into these albums, and you can only get the soap opera if you're on Tidal.
Yeah, of course.
Right? Like
Yeah.
that's which is again, it's just marketing. Like we're going to create this soap opera, and if you want to be a part of it, if you want to sip tea with us,
Yeah.
you got to subscribe to this service, which luckily we are owners of.
Oh, good.
Oh, that works out well.
So I get to hear the album because I am truly never purchasing Tidal or even a copy of. Can you buy the album separately of the streaming service?
Yes, if you buy a Sprint phone.
What?
Yeah, you can. It's your choice.
What a data mining piece of shit. Is this one of these phones that comes with the app and the album already downloaded on it?
It comes with 6 months of Tidal for free on it.
Yeah, but the last time he did this, there was this whole controversy because the app itself was selling off everybody's personal information to advertisers.
There's no doubt that that's what's happening. I thought that I signed up for the Tidal free trial so I could hear the album this morning, and as I'm typing in my email, I'm like, this is what this is all about.
Yep. Yeah.
This is all it's about, is getting all of the email addresses, because they know anybody who signed up for probably anybody who signed up for Tidal ever, but anybody who signed up for Tidal within the last week are all Jay-Z fans, right?
100%, yeah.
So now they have this database of emails and names and credit card numbers of any Jay-Z fan.
Sure.
So anything that would be marketed toward a Jay-Z fan. Well, we got all these emails that we could send stuff to.
Yeah, that's good.
All it's about.
Oh, wow. It's like how Kevin Hart had a guy that used to collect email addresses after shows.
Yeah.
And he compiled this giant list, and now he's the megastar he is today.
I mean,
who knew Jay-Z needed fucking, what is it, monkey spam or whatever? The chain letter.
Chimp, what is it? What is
MailChimp.
it? MailChimp.
Yeah.
MailChimp. Yeah, it's the future, really. I thought email lists were like really passe.
Yeah.
But they're not.
No.
Like,
I've been doing this all wrong, man. I've been like trying to get funny and just kind of riding under the radar till eventually somebody gives me a shot.
How many email addresses you got, though?
I have one.
No, bro. What? No,
Yeah.
no.
And it's like my old one. It's loosecannon@yahoo.com.
I started an email list.
Did you?
Yeah, because you got to. I mean, it is because everybody ignores. At first, people were like, social media, that's the ticket.
Yeah.
People ignore social media, though.
Yeah, I think so.
So, like, if you have an email list, you can just email. I don't sell it, but you can email your people when you're doing stuff.
Which is so odd, though, because I've heard kids now talk that nobody emails. Like, they've never checked their email. It's all text, and it's all, like, DMs and stuff like that. Like, I sometimes talk to people on 3 different platforms, and I want to strangle the fuck out of them because I had no...
Right.
I can't keep track of the conversation.
Like, what are you DMing me for if we text?
Yeah.
Right?
Although I do have a group chat on both text and Instagram because it's far easier to share Instagram videos amongst the group if you're just already on Instagram.
But then you keep the text alive just because...
Yeah, just because we text.
Yeah,
that's part of it.
I see. So you're part of it.
Yeah, I suppose so.
You're part of the... Which, we all are.
Yeah.
If you analyze it enough, you can see what it is. But we're all doing it. You have to. It's the world we live in.
It sure is.
I love email lists. I don't love...
I've never heard that sentence.
I think email lists are great. I think in this case, in the Tidal case and stuff like that, that's not a true... An email list is when an artist gets emails of their fans so they can keep their fans in the know of what's going on.
Right.
I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I think that that's smart. I think that that's where things are going.
Of course, and it's not illegal. So they're doing stuff by the book.
I'm asking you, would you like to find out more about Sam Roberts? Yeah, I want to know what you're doing, Sam. Okay, well, sign up for this email list.
Yeah.
I don't mind that. And you get big enough and it grows enough, like, you don't have to do the Tonight Show anymore because you send out an email blast and people get it. But
that's like that type of question, that directness, though, that's reasonable. If you ask people to sign up and they knowingly sign up.
Right.
But I guess now people have to kind of connect the dots from A to C just to be like, well, if I enter my email, that is obviously going somewhere.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what it is. And then you sign up for a service like Tidal and they're creating this email list of Jay-Z customers without anybody actually volunteering to be on the list. It's definitely happening.
Yeah, good for them, I guess.
You think
But how?
so?
No, not really. Like, I mean, I think it's fun and smart, I suppose, but it's not. It's nothing. It rubs me the wrong way.
It's creepy.
Business in general really makes me uncomfortable.
Well, I could tell that from your lifestyle.
Yeah, I live very sparsely.
Right. Your business will make you more comfortable probably once you start making more money.
You know what? That's what I thought.
Yeah.
Once I start having to pay taxes, that'll be pretty exciting.
Yeah.
Once the government isn't like, oh no, you keep it, then maybe I'll jump to adulthood.
Let's go to Roger in North Carolina. Roger, welcome to Jim Norton and Sam Roberts.
Hello, sir.
Hello, Roger.
Did you give your real email account and not a dummy email when you signed up for that service?
I don't have a dummy email. I should have a dummy.
Why wouldn't you? You're
I
a
don't-
celeb.
I know. I just have my email address.
You're a public figure.
It's
You're on
so-
all different kinds of mediums.
I am. It's so cluttered, my email. It is so cluttered. And that's just my email address. You know.
I'm with Mike. Who wants to hear about a guy rapping about artwork and staying fit? It's like 47 is.
He's absolutely right. Like, this is the thing. Not Donald Trump, but Jay-Z is the black Donald Trump in the sense that he's selling people on an image. So all he wants people to listen to his music, like, yeah, I love Tom Ford and I can also be in museums. And it's like, who the fuck wants to hear some 45-year-old rap about doing eyes wide shut parties with his wife and then sorry for blasting one on another chick's chin? Like, who relates to that
That
shit?
sounds interesting to me.
Yeah, I guess.
I mean, that's not like from a gossip point of view that, ooh, really? Oh, is that what you guys do?
But I just came here for the summary of it. He's given up on artistry for a long time.
Yeah, and but when you talk about Tom Ford, like 1 minute you say, well, he hasn't been relevant since the Black Album, but the next minute you understand that the Tom Ford brand has been cool for the last 2 or 3 years because of the song that he put out.
Yeah.
Like he's still.
I would still prefer Molly over Tom Ford, frankly.
Well, I know that's you. That's you though.
Yeah.
You don't need to dress well to feel good.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel good in the clothes I'm wearing because I'm on Molly.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Whereas Jay-Z has a different philosophy. But people want Jay-Z to be irrelevant. Mm-hmm. And then he puts out another album and everybody talks about it.
Yeah.
And it actually has an impact on culture. And you go, I guess he's still doing it.
Yeah, I suppose so. I mean, I'm personally like, I like lyrical people, so Kendrick Lamar is one of my favorites. Eminem is one of my favorites. The thing I like about Eminem is that he's like a 40-year-old rapper that still cares about the artistry and the process of writing an album. He hasn't released a banger in a really long time.
Yeah, he sucks now.
He doesn't suck. Technically, as a rapper, he's really great. His songs are a little subpar, but technically...
He's stuck like 20 years ago.
Yeah, I mean, but also he's stuck in the same like kind of aggressive voice. He found this little niche. And it's very percussive and angry, and it's like that's okay. But I would prefer him to get back to kind of the storytelling, Slim Shady LP stuff. But like he's at least somebody that raps about caring about how the young guys are coming up and trying to fucking take his throne. So he has to continue to step up skill level wise.
Yeah, but I mean, like you talk about somebody who's not relevant the way they were before. Like,
but he has facial hair now.
He does. He has a beard. I saw that Instagram post. Like, he's still like known as a legend. I'm not trying to like say he's shit now.
You're really hurting my feelings.
But I mean, Jay-Z, every time he puts out an album, it somehow fits into what's going on now, and it sounds different. And he is rapping about stuff that couldn't be less relatable, but it sounds different, and it becomes culturally relevant. Whereas with Eminem, it's like, oh, yeah, I like Eminem songs.
My problem with Jay-Z, I think, is like, you know, the whole Off the Top of the Dome. And if you ever watch that documentary about the Black Album that shows him like listening to the beats and he's kind of like mumbling to himself and then he gets in the booth and it's one take and you're like, this guy is a genius. He's unbelievable. He can really sort through all these lyrics in his head and then come up with something good. Now you listen to him and you're like, oh, yeah, I can tell. He comes up with it on the spot.
It's written.
Totally get it. Yeah.
By the way, I don't write scripts for this show before I do it. Nobody gives me credit. I come on here. This
That's
shit's
true,
off the
man.
dome.
Is that right?
Yeah. I
Holy
thought I was
fuck.
going to talk about Corey Feldman to start the show.
I thought it was to the word written down in front of you.
No. Everybody thinks that. It's not. It's not scripted.
Then what am I reading?
I thought I was going to talk about Corey Feldman. I thought I was going to get. Well, I need you.
Okay, perfect.
I need you to stay on book because I don't trust your sort of improv yet.
That's fair.
But for me, I just kind of go and then you read your lines.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Good. So sometimes they won't be connected.
No. No, sometimes it won't work at all. But most of the time, it'll be fine. It's my vision.
Yeah,
Mike. It's
I got to respect it.
It's my vision.
As a guest.
Rob in Philly.
Hey, morning, guys.
What's up, Rob?
I just wanted to say, from the Sprint perspective, this is more about diversification of their business model. They're getting a streaming media service. Jay-Z is table scraps.
What do you mean they're getting a streaming media service? They don't own. I mean, do they?
33%
Of Tidal?
Yes.
All right. Well, if they can do streaming media better than phones, then
I mean, judging by the baritone in his voice and
I
how
believe
articulate he is, I will buy anything he's selling.
yeah, I think I'm falling back into my okay, Dad. You're right, Dad. Yes, Dad.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to chastise. I just wanted to educate. My apologies.
No. I guess I didn't realize that, but yeah, no. I think that's right. It's all a plan to sell this service, but the service. If you want to get into streaming music service, Sirius offers something different. Sirius has tons of live content. Sirius is in all the cars. Like, Sirius separates itself from streaming music services, even though it's in the same world. I think if you want to be a streaming music service, you have to offer something different. And that doesn't mean well, what about this album? No. It has to be what's different about this service?
Yeah.
Why am I signing up to this if there's already 16 streaming services that work fine? And don't give me, well, this one's better because the artists make more money. Because I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, I truly don't care. What their
you're
cut
making
is.
millions of dollars buying paintings. You're fine. You're doing well.
Did you put your credit card information in to get the title service?
No, I was smart enough to say, you know what?
Next time.
Do my PayPal. Do my PayPal, because PayPal can cancel out, you know what I mean?
Okay.
Or they, I guess, do you get it through, I guess you could renew it through iTunes, right?
Yeah, but what a scam that is. I love that scam.
What is that?
So you do it on iTunes, right? And they want to make it real easy. They go, you download it on your iPhone. You go, I'd like to subscribe to Tidal. They go, no problem. Just put your thumbprint in and we'll bill your iTunes account. Easy peasy. I go, okay, wait a minute. And I went to Tidal.com, and it was it's $9.99 a month, and I was like, huh, because I was just about to put my thumbprint down
For nothing.
for $12.99 a month.
Oh, no shit.
Because they upcharge you because iTunes puts a fee on these service providers, and Hulu does the same thing, Spotify does the same thing. It's more expensive to do it the easy way and just put your thumbprint down by a lot. $3 a month on a $10 service?
Yeah.
It's 30% more.
It's all about convenience.
That's good math.
Thank you.
Well done.
Thank you.
I also
I'm
think
not against business like you, Mike.
There you go. I think it's hilarious that Sprint is expanding their business model as opposed to focusing on the fact that their service sucks. It's
Right.
how are you going to stream this shit if it continues to pick up in every rich neighborhood in America?
They didn't put the money into creating devices that could stream.
Yeah, no.
They
but
just
they love
found,
streaming.
Yeah, let's get more content. No. We can't watch it. We can't listen to it. You haven't done this right.
Dude, I have Sprint because it's the cheapest one.
Well, yeah.
It cut my bill in half. But now every time I enter downtown Brooklyn or a wealthy area, I have zero service.
A wealthy area.
Yeah, it's hilarious. Every part of Manhattan, I'm just it's just cutting out everywhere.
Yeah. If there's a Trump building, you're not getting Sprint.
Oh, no way.
Right.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure nobody's cell phone works around Trump buildings.
They just turn them off.
Yeah. But don't they offer, because I really don't know. I'm familiar with Tidal, but the only two artists that I know that they have on it is Beyonce and Jay-Z. And then I knew Cypher Sounds had a TV show on it.
Well, yeah, I mean, they have every art. They have all the artists that everyone has.
Okay.
And then and then they have Jay-Z's exclusive.
Sure.
Beyonce's exclusive.
But didn't Kanye say fuck Tidal?
Yeah, Kanye put his album out on Tidal, and then he was like, "This is dumb," and he put it out everywhere else.
Yeah. Good for him.
Jay-Z will do that too.
I don't know. No, I don't think so because this is Jay-Z's money.
Yeah, but it'll go for a while.
Oh, yeah.
And then because Drake does that. Drake does exclusive stuff with Apple Music.
Right.
And then a week later, because you're missing out on so much, because Tidal's really not that big or even that cool, really. You talk to people that enjoy music streaming, it's all Spotify.
Of course.
So it's Tidal, and then it would be Apple Music. And then Tidal's below. So,
Well, it's like how Bert Kreischer had the Machine story on his special on Showtime, and he knows that there's limited subscribers to Showtime, so it's going to get a finite amount of eyes. When he cut that story out and then put it on Facebook, it expanded the audience by probably 1,000 times.
He was in here this week, and he goes first of all, he thought when he did the story on Showtime, he was done with it because he did it on Rogan's podcast, he did it on a bunch of radio shows, he does it on the Showtime TV channel. Okay, now everybody's heard it. He puts it on Facebook, and it does 80 million hits.
Would he sell out his year from that?
Yeah.
I bet he did.
80 million hits, and now he's selling out because... I mean, he's selling out his gigs because he's just a sellout that keeps telling that goddamn Russian story. He's selling out his gigs because he got it in front of eyes.
Yeah.
And that's the point. Like, it's not about making sure that he sells as many comedy albums. It's about making sure people hear your comedy album so they buy tickets.
Yep.
Same thing with musicians.
Yeah, absolutely. That's the hope. And I'm recording an album next month, so it's one of those things where I have to put something out because nobody else is putting it out for me. So I'm now aligning myself with a label that is going to get ears on it through here and also mass produce.
Right. You want people to just get the content. Who is this? It's the same reason you do radio shows. Who is this? Like, I was entertained by him. Who is this guy? Well, you can come pay to see me.
Goddamn right.
In the flesh.
Yeah. I have a real embarrassing Bert story because I saw him at Skankfest.
Yeah.
And the two of us had been kind of corresponding on Twitter, just being we met over the phone on a radio show. And I was like, dude, we got to hang out and we get some beers. And he was like, fuck yeah, let's absolutely hang out at Skankfest. And of course, I was way too high to meet him for the first time. So I was like, hey man, it's Mike. We met on blah, blah, blah. He's like, yeah man, hey, how you doing? And I was like, just walked to the bathroom and went home. I just immediately went home.
Bert is such an unassuming, party guy. He's very easy to hang with.
Well, I just thought I didn't get the immediate hug that I desire.
Because you feel connected to him because you know the stories.
Of course I do.
But he doesn't know who you are.
Not at all. He knows me bare bones.
Sure.
Knows of me. But
knows you're a comic.
Yeah. We were supposed to, quote unquote, drink together. But in my mind, that is built up. And I'm like, this guy that I really love and I, love his comedy, all that stuff. And I'm fired up to drink with him because I model my behavior after him a little bit. And then, I just shit the bed because I was a nervous little Nelly.
Which is so funny because that behavior is usually what Bert does to bigger celebrities. Like he just gets excited.
Yeah. Well, him and I have that in common where I'm fans of a lot of the people that I'm now hanging out with.
Yeah.
Which is kind of a tough spot to be in because I feel immediately lower than them, regardless of how they view me, but it's my own feeling and how I fit into this circle that I'm just and especially add 7,000 milligrams of THC and I'm just
not good.
As much self-aware as you could possibly be.
Which is not what you want.
No, truly not.
It's we're supposed to be having the people from the new Planet of the Apes movie in here at some point. I don't know when, but so we had to go to a screening this week to see the movie.
Yeah.
And Bert was on the show that day, so I was like, Bert, and Roland was like, Bert, you want to go see Planet of the Apes? And he was like, yeah, I want to see Planet of the Apes. And so we went over, and it's a media screening, meaning it's all movie reviewers. It's people, it's not like a festive thing. It's not in a movie theater. It's just in a room in the Fox News building.
Oh, wow.
For people who are either writing reviews or doing press stuff.
Yeah.
So we go in, and he walks upstairs, and he's like, you guys don't have popcorn, do you? They were like, no, you can't even eat in the screening room. Yeah. It's a nice screening room. And he's like, well, how are we supposed to watch the movie? There's no popcorn? And they're like, no, there's no popcorn. And I'm like, come on, Bert. And we walk in, and we're just before the movie's about to start. So everybody's all sitting down. Nobody talks to each other there, though.
Right.
I've never seen anybody have a friendly interaction at a press screening. Every movie reviewer, I think, is miserable because they're movie reviewers.
Well, all they want is attention through their articles, and then they get in a room and they socially melt down.
Yeah. They don't know how to make anything.
Right.
But they still want that attention. You're right.
For sure.
So they socially melt down, and they just sit in those rooms. They have their little notepads and everything. And we walk into the theater, or the screening room, and as Bert's sitting down, he's like, hi, guys. Loud so the whole room can hear. And a couple people turn around, but most people ignore him.
Right,
and he just looks around and he goes, I'm Bert. Nothing. He gets nothing. Nobody turns around.
That is unbelievable.
Nobody introduces themselves. And like the lights are going down, and I'm just laughing.
Yeah.
Because it's so awkward. And he turns to the guy next to him who's got his notepad, and he goes, "Are you going to take notes during this movie?" Like, he's just so curious. And the guy's like, "Yeah." And Bert's like, "Oh, are you doing a review?" The guy's like, "Yeah, I'm gonna write a review." And Bert's like, "Oh, cool."
He takes out his cell phone and starts bootlegging it.
Yeah. So it's like the idea that you couldn't function socially around Bert is like, Bert is just a fun guy all the time.
And isn't it amazing that like people turned around to shame his enthusiasm?
Yeah.
That's like, I've had terrible crowds before where there's like 2 or 3 people, you know, out of a small crowd, 2 or 3 people really enjoying themselves, and then people will shoot them dirty looks for having fun.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, you fucking assholes are shaming the one person who's reacting appropriately.
Yeah.
You guys are the cold pieces of shit that can't find joy.
How could you not be excited that your job is to watch movies and write about them?
Yeah.
That's a great job.
It sure is.
It's terrific.
But they consider themselves artists of the pen, I suppose. It's so ridiculous.
Yeah, it really is dumb. Let's go to Jed in Pennsylvania. Jed, welcome to Jim Norton and Sam Roberts.
Sammy Roberts.
What's up, Jed?
It's been forever, man.
Yeah, I figured I figured that Jed used to call into the night show all the time. I figured by now you had decided to just move underground and locked yourself up in the bunker.
Hey,
he lives way out in Pennsylvania, where he has a lot of property, and like he and his friends throw fireworks at each other for fun.
The Kentucky portion of Pennsylvania.
Precisely.
Yeah.
Kentucky.
Yep.
Some real dope shit, though.
Yeah.
See, my old job, I couldn't listen to you because I worked at night, so I quit my job so I could listen to you.
That's what's up. Good thinking, Jed. Good thinking.
Yeah.
You know, we do have on demand, but good.
I think he made the right decision.
Good decision, buddy.
If you don't hear it live, it's not worthwhile.
Yeah, I guess not.
Who needs a boss anyway, you know?
So you don't have a job?
Bullshit. Well, actually, I'm self-employed now.
Doing what?
Driving trucks.
Okay, so are you like, when you say I'm self-employed driving a truck, are you just driving a truck, or is somebody actually paying you?
Well, I own my own truck, and then I have contracts.
Okay, so you do get paid to drive the truck.
Yes.
Have you made enough money yet to pay off the truck?
Good question.
I bought the truck cash.
Excuse me, Jed.
Jesus, Jed.
Have you made the money back that you like? Still, the job should pay for the cash that you like. The truck is not a vehicle that you would just drive around and have anyway. So, have you made enough money back yet that you've paid for the truck that you paid cash for to pay yourself back?
Yes.
Also, are you hanging your head out of the window of the truck right now like a beagle?
Am I what?
It's loud, Jed. The thing is, the phone's loud.
Oh, well, yeah, the truck's pretty loud.
Yeah, well, that's what we figured it might be.
Yeah. But anyway, here's why I called.
Okay.
I have a new position open in my bunker. See, the Not Samsonites hit me up on Twitter.
Yeah.
And they let me know that the Possum Queen, Kathy Kelly, decided to get a boyfriend, to which I say, these hoes ain't loyal.
Yeah.
So
well, you never
she's out of the bunker.
You didn't have a shot with her, you know.
I disagree.
Yeah,
just by Jed's voice and general, preparedness, I think he really, truly had a shot.
Kathy Kelly was she would do the show with us at night, but she also does stuff for WWE and is like smoking hot.
Yeah, I know her.
Yeah.
I've been in here with her.
Yeah.
It's very uncomfortable.
It is. It's distracting,
and she
isn't
truly did not like me.
You don't think so?
No, the last time we were in here, she was like several times just kind of peered out of the corner of her eyes and then went back to typing after.
Is it because you were too vulgar?
I assume so, yeah.
You're not even that vulgar, though.
Well, every once in a while I can say some, I can spin some yarn.
I don't know. I feel like there's enough humor to it that you're like,
That could also be my Bert Kreischer self-awareness.
Right.
That could be my problem.
Right. Yeah, it's not good. It's not good. Well, all right. So, Jed, you're looking for a new lady in your life?
Yeah.
I see.
And, that new intern, what's her name? Alina?
Alina, yeah. She likes to blow guys. Is
that right?
Well,
she says she does. Hey, Anthony, do you think Alina really likes to blow guys, or is she just talking it up for the radio?
It's all alleged. It's enough now.
Does anybody truly like it, or do they just kind of gain gratification from being good at it?
I know girls that like it.
You do?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Take a lot of pride in it.
But is it
next
because
time we
they're
hang out
good?
next time we hang out with your friends, Troy.
Yeah, because that's what I don't like. I'm not sure what I feel about the act of eating pussy, but I'm pretty good at it to the point that I look forward to it because I know it's a skill that I can complete.
It's like runners. Runners might not enjoy the act of running, but knowing that they're going to come in first place, motivates them to do so. That's what they like, winning.
Yeah. Yes,
I get you. Well, where is she? Where's this? Where's that DSL queen? Anthony, you think she's fibbing?
Did you just call her the DSL queen?
Yeah, I don't know what it stands for. It's something I heard.
Internet. She's the queen of the internet.
Yeah,
she can go in there if she wants. It's up to her.
Okay, yeah, I guess you can come in. Why are you think she's not telling the truth?
No, not even the slightest.
See, this
nobody enjoys it she claims she enjoys it way more than people should.
Yeah, do you think
classic negging tactic. This guy is trying to get blown himself. Yeah, he's like, I do not believe she enjoys it whatsoever. Prove it.
He's sitting there going, okay, semester ends in August. I got to start right at the brink of July.
I believe the date is August 26th.
Is she in trimester?
Where is she?
She's answering the phones right now.
Tell her to come in the fucking studio. We're asking
she's
her
coming.
questions.
Hold on.
Where does she go to school that the semester ends in August?
No, the intern semester. So her internship will be over in August.
Okay.
And then I guess she's going back to school. I don't know what she's doing with her life. But
she figured out how to get attention from horny guys in a radio studio.
You don't believe her either?
Not for a second.
Wow.
She should start a podcast with another gal. They'll go top 3 in no time. How you doing? Nice to meet you.
Guys I blew.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a quiet podcast.
It's all choking.
Alina.
Hi, Sam. I'm in your seat.
People don't believe you. Do you believe that?
Yeah.
You
I
do?
get that all the time.
You do? They think you're lying?
They're like, prove it. I was like, okay, guys, you're jigging.
Prove it.
Yeah, come on.
Show how good you are.
So, Troy and Anthony.
Troy, you don't believe me?
Troy does not believe you.
I think you figured out how to get attention from guys.
No, I love it.
I think you figured out, you know exactly what works to have guys all of a sudden instantly be tuned into you.
No, because the guy I tell him I suck cock, and he got over. He's like, "That's cool," anyway, and then walked away.
Well, I mean,
yeah, you should talk about other things.
He's like, I know. You continue to say.
I got it.
Is it just my cock, or is it something that's going to be a problem?
No, I love doing it. I did it 3 times in one day once.
What is good about it to you? Like, is it the taste? Is it the texture? Is it the motion?
I think it's really sexy, to give a guy an orgasm. I'm that powerful. I'm like, yeah, I did that.
Why don't you just give him a hand job?
I'm bad at that.
What?
I'm so bad at
up
a
and
hand
down.
job.
If I was a woman, I'd be so unimpressed by myself. If I made a guy come, it is ridiculous. I'd be like, yeah, who couldn't?
Well, exactly, because we know from living the experience that I make me come. It's not tough.
And I have a short thumb, and I'm watching it go up and down. I'm like, dumb dick.
Yeah, I've made me come faster than any woman I've ever been with.
That's not true for me, but yeah, it's pretty close.
Yeah, it's not hard.
No, it's not difficult.
No,
but I thought it was ugly back in the day. So for a guy to give an orgasm, it's a personal thing. It's all about me.
How many dicks have you sucked?
5.
Okay, well.
That's why you like it. You're new to the game.
Yeah.
I mean, even if you've done it a ton, you're still enthusiastic. It's like, man, I love this job. And then try it 9 years into a relationship like my wife, and she's just looking at my dumb dick that she's seen since we were 15 years old. She's like, get this fucking thing out of my face.
Just poking this short, punchy thing.
It does taste like home. You know what's
funny? So you're how old?
23.
23 as of today. And you
happy birthday.
When did you start your dick sucking game?
19. Good old days.
So it is new to the game.
Completely new to the game. You're enthusiastic.
You're right. You're happy about it because you probably didn't get... You wanted the attention that girls got for it in high school.
Totally.
Because in high school... those girls become very popular very quickly.
Yeah, they do.
You hear that, ladies out there? Any young ladies listening?
Are you speaking directly to high school girls?
I am. That's why I was talking about Jay-Z so much this morning. High school girls is who I go for. Wait till I tell you about these Kardashians.
See, I wouldn't spread the information of who liked to blow guy because in high school I would sometimes get blown in the stairwell. That was a big thing for me.
Cool.
I remember
that
you
even
saying
happened.
that.
Yeah, in 7th grade I had started my blowjob career in stairwells, but I kept that information for myself because I was like a hoarder of spit, I guess.
See, for me, I wouldn't mind the information being public because I was only hearing about these things second and third hand. It wasn't like.
But that was a different time. How old are you, Mike?
I'm 32.
Okay, so I'm 36. So like, I think that time in school is over. Like everything's so.
No way.
I feel like everything is so like monitored now.
Kids are doing heroin in my high school's bathroom.
That's awesome.
Tell me about it, Travis.
I think
because I know that like I used to be able to like sneak outside and go smoke a cigarette.
Right,
in high
right,
school.
right.
And like now, like I know that my high school that's unheard of. You can't leave that place.
Yeah. No,
know.
now kids are just blowing cherry vape in their teacher's face.
Good for them.
I feel like high school kids now are doing more, though. Maybe they're doing it in the school building because
Yeah.
you can't sneak out and stuff like that as much because security and shootings and whatnot. But
Fake shit.
Well, yeah, because
happens.
you can't just walk into a school anymore.
Right.
You know, but we used to do it all the time.
But because there's so much porn everywhere,
Yeah.
like anal's been so normalized, you know, and fisting is like a thing that people just do. These
that
were
true?
These were things that you didn't get. I bet it is.
It is.
These are my assumptions. You fist, Alina?
No.
Good. It's dirty. It's
I just got
disgusting.
fingered for the first time,
When?
like a month ago.
So you're not this slut that you portray.
No.
I want to be. I want to be like more sexually active, but I want to be as like a guy I know. Like if I got a boyfriend, I wouldn't be here at all, guys. I'm sorry. I'd be fucking him.
Why are you so horny? If you're not
I'm
like
not getting
23.
any.
do you,
I get it.
Do you masturbate?
No.
Can I ask that? That's fine, right? She's leading.
Sam.
She's leading.
Sam,
the,
You
I
asked
got
how many
this.
dicks she sucked.
you're right. You're right. You're leading this conversation, right?
Yeah, I'm the
Okay.
leader.
All right, good.
Why?
All right.
What is your choice to not masturbate? Why is that?
I love this,
I
by
just
the way.
don't, like, know
we had to
how
fight
to-
to get interns.
Really?
Yeah, we did. You started it, Alina.
Yeah, I did.
For the record.
I asked for it.
Yeah. No. Don't start going down that road. She was asking for the conversation.
Hey, as long as you don't film her in the bathroom, I think it's all right.
Man, word spreads quick around
Yeah,
these
sure
parts.
does.
Yeah, it does. Just don't walk out of here on me, Alina, okay?
I will. I love you.
I know you
I would
do.
never break your heart.
So, you just got fingered for the first time a month ago?
Yeah, it was great.
Who did it?
Like what? This guy that I sucked the cock in the alley with, dude.
He fingered you in an alley?
No, in his car. It was classy.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Front seat or back seat?
Backseat.
Good, okay, that
Windows
is
up.
classy.
That's the way I like to. That's a ludicrous song.
No, you do not need to come on here and cite ludicrous lyrics for me as
She's
if you're
speaking to
dealing
the high
with a
school
rookie.
girls that are listening. they might not be familiar.
You mean the guy from Fear Factor? So did he, Travis?
Yeah.
Is it cool if I ask if he brought her to completion?
He
I'm
did
not
it.
in charge.
He did it.
She said he didn't.
All right. I mean, you didn't even ask.
Right. I wasn't going to ask you that, by the way.
No.
But then why was it that good then? It was
Because
just
it's the first time it's happened. It was
Yeah,
cool.
this is classic young girl. Like
you
all
like
the-
getting fingered for the first time, Mike?
No, but all the high school movies
didn't
are
like
like,
it?
I'm pretty sure I came. Like, I had no idea, but boy, was it exciting.
Right.
I know I
Man.
didn't because apparently I'm supposed to feel like a sneeze and I didn't feel like sneezing. That's what Girls Life magazine says. that's how I know.
It's a sneeze and a fart at the same time. That's exactly how it
it's
feels.
this massive buildup and then a release like a sneeze.
like a movie.
Now, Travis,
Yep.
I'm assuming that Alina still has her V card, but that
I
would
do.
be,
I do.
That'd be super inappropriate to ask.
Don't ask her that.
I'm not going to ask her that.
I
But I
my nickname at home is Virgin Alina. If that means anything.
your
Give me
what's
nicknames.
weird? Does your
house.
mom say that? Like
She does.
Virgin Alina, come downstairs.
My mom ends up having sex. It's even more awkward.
Who does your mom have sex with?
Virgin Alina,
no, she
dinner
thinks I'm
time.
having sex.
Oh, and you're like, Mom.
I'm like, Mom, I'm such a virgin. She goes, no, Alina, I know you're having sex.
I
I'm
have
like,
to tell
I'm
you,
not.
like, I wish that
I
you had
know.
something to worry about.
Not at all.
Why do you think it's not happening?
I
Do you
don't
want
know.
it to happen? Or
yeah,
maybe
I do.
not.
I do. Eventually, I'm still high school. I want a boyfriend first, so I can like at least feel comfortable, and then start whoring around.
Right. How old? You're not still in high school.
No, I'm in college.
Yeah, you're in your 20s.
Yeah.
23.
Sexually
Yeah.
maturity-wise, I believe
Yeah.
you mean. Yeah.
Oh, you get me.
I
I
see.
do, totally.
She's
I
like,
am
I'm still in high school. I'm like, Travis, what the fuck did we do?
What are you religious?
I'm very good on my knees. Thank you, God.
Okay.
But yeah, I love God. He's cool.
We
Okay.
think. I mean, you're very good on your knees, but it's like you're 5 for 5. That's still just 5.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
like-
a lot. What number should I get to? Is like to know that I'm good.
Troy. Not talking about an intern right now. At 23.
Yeah.
For a girl to come to you at 23, you don't mind a younger woman, do you? You're a single guy. That's why I ask you.
That's correct.
Mike's married, Trav's married, I'm married. I come to you. Yeah. You're a single guy.
Yeah.
Now, even though you've got 20 years on her mathematically, you don't mind a 23-year-old coming to you?
And propositioning oral sex. The first thing that's going to go through especially if it's like, oh, I've only been with 5 people. No.
Don't go there yet. I'm saying you just don't mind a 23-year-old.
No.
In general.
Not at all.
Even though
it depends what 23-year-old there are, right?
Right. No. Yeah, totally. Even though you're exactly 20 years older than the 23-year-old.
Yeah. No, I'm not. Not exactly.
Great, dude.
Not exactly.
Unbelievable.
You see what I did, Alina?
Yeah.
Saying he's 43.
I'm not 43.
So, if they come to you and say, I'm really good on my knees, as Alina just did,
right?
How many dicks would she have had to suck to convince you beforehand that she's good? Like, what type of authority does she have to be? If that makes sense, is a question.
Well, hold on a second. Girls, she makes. How old are these guys that you're with?
The oldest was like 31.
All right.
The youngest was 21.
Okay, so like younger guys, it's really not hard to make them come. So So she probably thinks she's really good at it.
You think so, Mike?
It's super easy.
So when you get older, and you've kind of been around the block a little bit, a lot of times young girls are very inexperienced. And the guys that she's been with tell her how great she is. So you're so great at this, and she gets it in her head.
So keep them young. So keep sucking young cocks, is what you're telling me.
What? No. I mean, if you want to, I think what Troy is saying is that young gentlemen will build a false bravado that you'll only be aware of when you get older, and you're like, oh, wait, I wasn't even doing half the shit that people do. You know, does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like someone who's just raking it in AAA and then gets up to the majors and
tears their patella.
Very topical.
You're AAA ball right now. Which is still good, by the way. A lot of people don't make it to AAA.
Yay. It's true.
You know, so I'm not.
Tim Tebow.
Exactly. Yeah, you're better than Tim Tebow.
He's also a virgin, by all accounts. But boy, is he good at sucking dick.
Yeah. But you want to get a boyfriend before you do anything serious.
Yeah, because I want to be consistent.
Have you had a boyfriend before?
Yeah, one.
Yeah. That's actually the Disney guy.
Yeah.
Right.
That's proper rationale, though, because if you are going to lose your virginity at 23, you probably want to continue to work at it. Because if it's a one-time thing with a guy, you're like, you get left with a lot of questions. You have no idea how you performed, what you did correctly.
Yeah,
That's a great point.
I have a question, though. So I told Anthony I was a virgin, and he said that like guys won't want me because I'm a virgin. Is that true?
I mean, it can go. It's a mixed bag, to tell you the truth. The guy, let me tell you, the older
Anthony's just trying to play a little reverse psychology.
Has very see-through game. Let's just put that out there right now.
Hey, did he have his arm around you when he said this?
No. That'd be gross.
Nobody's
guys aren't going to want you
unless
they're
you're soiled.
Is this the kind of guidance that the staff teaches the interns? Just so you know, guys are dicks and don't be around them.
Well, I'm new at this, so I figured that's what we're supposed to do.
What, hitting on girls?
Yeah, you know.
Wait till
guys being guys.
No, you're new at trying to pick up chicks, so you figured just go with these plans. No, I mean but a 20.
It's tight, guys. Like I think we're supposed to like that.
Look, I don't know anything about that. I don't want to hear about that, but.
I do. Let's continue with the circumference of your vagina.
But no, I mean, guys in your age bracket, like there are 23-year-old dudes that are virgins.
Yeah.
Not that many, but there are.
They're out there.
They're out there.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't
That's
think.
not a turn on to me.
No, it's not a turn on to me either. It never has been. There are some guys that it's turn ons for. But if you meet a guy who is turned on that you're a virgin.
That's gross.
People that are obsessed with purity are fucking mutants. They are mostly human garbage.
Yeah. They're so inexperienced. I mean, if you're a virgin, you have no idea what you're doing.
But that's coming from a man of a certain age. Like, you don't want to date.
A seasoned vet.
Yeah. Like, the oldest guy that you've been with, who you probably was like, wow, that's a pretty old guy.
Yeah.
Is much younger than Troy.
I wouldn't say much.
So you don't necessarily, you wouldn't be an appropriate match for Troy. But people would also think you were like his granddaughter, you know?
I don't know about that.
I look pretty young too, so that's
what I was getting at. That's what I was getting
Yeah.
at, Troy. She
It's
looks.
me. It's not you, Troy.
That's honestly the best
Granddaughter.
part of all of this.
Well, yeah, I'm saying you look great, Troy.
I could hardly be her father.
Well, it'd be easier than you
Depends
think.
if you made some young mistakes.
Yeah. Yeah. And not even that young, really. I mean, mistakes at the age that people make mistakes at. So no, I think, yeah, of course, somebody who's older would want somebody experienced, right? Like, just because you wouldn't have to deal with that.
But I don't want old. I don't
You
want
want somebody who's your age.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
But the
Like
best
2 years
part
older.
of being with a virgin is probably like guilt-free, no bag. There is no chance you're going to get anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you could, I mean, a baby.
Yeah, but then but if she's a virgin, she's willing to get rid of that baby. If it's the first time she has sex and she creates a child, she is going to put a fucking needle in the soft spot of that baby.
So quick.
ASAP.
Crazy,
Oh yeah, hell yeah.
crazy emotional attachment.
Yeah.
Yes,
well,
that's
true.
That's big.
But like, I'm really attached. Like, look, let's do it again. Let's go again. Not
no,
like
you would be.
That's what you say now,
Yeah.
because there is an actual chemical that is released in a woman's brain that
Is
apparently
there?
tries to latch on to a person who the first. I mean, I'm married to the first person I had sex with. We each had sex with plenty of people, myself a little more, and then kind of circled back and came back to it. So apparently there was something to our 15-year-old sex.
so good.
Yeah, no, I wasn't. I stuck half a helmet in and she started bawling, crying, and I was like, I did it! And I left the room.
That's amazing.
Yeah, but yeah, you are going to be emotionally attached. You've had one boyfriend.
I dumped that shit so quick.
I know,
was
but you're
unattached.
gonna fall in love with this dude, and you want he's got to be a good guy.
Well, he better be a good guy.
Well, yeah, but I mean, you're running around here talking about sucking cocks.
I mean, the
cocking sucks all the time.
Because that doesn't that's not emotional. That's just fun for me. I find pleasure in that.
But do you worry that if you're looking for a boyfriend, that like they're not really going to take you seriously as a mate if they're like, oh, this cock sucking queen?
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
do,
Like,
but that's because they're not the right guy.
Yeah, I don't know. That type of advertisement is something right up my alley. If there was a person that is kind of like, I'm consistently super into blowing people, I'd be like, sign me up to be this consistent.
People like consistency.
They sure do.
That's true.
They don't
But
like a
change
routine.
either, so.
I mean, Mike is a drug using scumbag. I don't want to be the one to say that because I like Mike a lot. Like Mike Cannon is. I mean, people know this. He's one of my favorite people.
Yeah.
You know, and I think that like I have him on all the time. There's no if I didn't like him.
It's mostly hallucinogens. Let's kind of at least play it where it is.
But you know, he is. That's who he is. That's one of the things that I like about him.
Sweet.
But like, if you were like, oh, I think I'm going to start dating Mike Cannon, I'd be like, Lena, like, he's
married.
Yeah, he's married. First of all, he's
the first
married
issue.
to his high school sweetheart. If that's not sounding off a buzzer for you, but you need a nice guy.
Yeah.
You know, enough of all this talking about sucking cocks and whatnot.
But it's so fun.
The attention.
I've heard.
You like
I've
the
heard.
attention.
Oh, I love the attention.
And the
course, that's why he's
attention's
good.
They don't even know my they don't say my name. They don't even say that. Like I just like.
What do you
like-
mean they don't say your name?
Like, I don't, like they're like they're like, hey, what's up? Like I'll tell them my name. One time, one guy called me Kimberly. I was like, I'll do it. Little role play, no big deal.
You blew him after he called you Kimberly?
Yeah.
What a
I always
team
wanted
player.
to be the Pink Ranger, so I thought I was like, oh, this is like a sign from God.
Kimberly
Like,
is the name of the Pink Ranger.
yeah, the first and the best Pink Ranger. Everybody.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's.
Oh,
this-
that was the same chick from Felicity, right?
Amy Jo Johnson. I don't know if she was in Felicity.
I don't know what that means.
Yeah. Famous actor, Amy Jo Johnson.
She was in Susie Q. That was
Oh.
good.
I thought
Good
Susie
movie.
Q was a snack. So
Great Disney movie.
I see.
From the
I see.
90s.
Troy, you were going to say something?
No, I was just going to say, I don't know if it's really hot that she's like that or it's sad.
Right. It's one or the other, right? It's
Yeah,
like
it's-
either it's legit and she enjoys it and that's super hot, or she's masking a ton of pain and
like
it's really
crying
upsetting.
And
afterwards.
she didn't get enough attention for. I don't know this. I'm just
I
saying
didn't.
enough attention from her father, and this is how she's
Oh
lashing out.
no,
and-
great dad,
Right.
great dad.
You're talking about not Alina, but a personality type.
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Then I feel bad for not necessarily her, but like a child like her's parents hearing like, oh my God, like you're sucking strangers' dicks.
They called you, some guy called you Kimberly. Why would you blow him?
Oh my God, and I can't believe you said that on the air.
Oh, I forgot about that part too.
It felt like we're all just friends.
We are all friends,
No mics
Elena.
in front of us. Just
Yeah.
like common coffee talk.
Your parents don't listen to the show?
No, my mom's working.
Good.
Yeah, so
Good.
big deal.
Your dad's out of the picture?
He's dead.
Oh.
Yeah.
Healthy
How old are
reasoning
you?
builds us.
Yeah.
He just died though. I sucked cock before he was dead.
When did he pass away?
December 29th.
Oh my God, I'm sorry to hear that.
It's okay.
Before you suck cock now, do you Sammy Sosa to the sky?
Yeah,
just to honor him?
this one's for you.
She'll
be proud of me down there. You see me there, like, that's my girl.
She spits and then goes pour one out. How did he pass?
He had leukemia.
Oh, that must have been a terrible thing to go through.
Oh yeah, I cry about it sometimes.
So yeah, I would.
That's why I like to suck cock. I'm like, I'm happy. Like, let me find a cock to make me feel better.
So maybe part of this is you just trying to celebrate life at the moment because
Yeah.
you've seen how shitty it gets.
Yeah.
Celebrate life by incubating life in your mouth.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
I
Sure.
finally learned to swallow too, which is
Good for
very
you.
exciting.
That's a
great.
tough transition.
Yeah.
to
That
make.
is tough.
It was
yeah.
really tough.
Yeah.
Guys don't taste good.
I get that. I think that
Is that right? I've
Depends
accidentally
what
hit
you eat.
myself in the lip before, and it is an unpleasant experience.
Did you just lick it up?
I did not. I actually held my lip out as long as humanly possible and like made it to the sink and dabbed some wet paper towel on it.
Is that true, Troy? In your experience, it tastes different depending on what you eat.
Yes.
Okay. All right. That's good to know.
I think
What did he eat?
There was no he.
Oh, you see what I was?
Yeah.
He was like a Wendy's number 6.
Yeah. This is spicy. I know. I got the hot.
Pineapple juice, I believe.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
That's beneficial for both.
Troy's prefacing
Yeah.
everything now, though. I've heard. I believe. I think. She said.
Well, that's what I've heard. I've never drank pineapple juice and then tasted my own cum.
Why
So
not?
I just never.
not
Maybe
something.
I'll try it. I don't know.
Have you drank pineapple juice?
Yeah.
Okay, so all right, so you're halfway there. Yeah.
Put a little salt in it.
That's what I think you're doing, Alina. I think you're trying to celebrate life at the moment because
you.
because there was some shittiness 6 months ago,
Yeah.
and you gotta get past it. How's your mom doing?
Awful.
Terrible.
Oh my God, so awful.
But you help
Wait
her
till
out.
she hears this.
Yeah, I know. Really, it's a good thing she's working.
No, she'd be like, I knew, Alina, you were a slut. I've known it all along.
Do you try to cheer her up?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I try to make her laugh, but
Mm-hmm.
she doesn't find me funny.
No, I guess not.
Yeah.
Some people don't. What are you gonna do?
I would hope my mother would.
Pretty much
but-
why I have a career right now. Because my entire childhood was spent trying to bridge any type of tension between my parents, and neither of them found it amusing.
You know what you got to do?
What?
Try to get your mom laid.
I was thinking about that.
Is your mom hot?
No, she's fat as fuck.
Oh shit.
I don't like her also, so that's probably.
You don't like your mom?
No.
Why?
Of course, my dad, the one I had to die, like couldn't be the one I hated that died. But.
Right. Right. What are you doing, Lewis?
He dropped his mini skateboard on the
Is that really what it was?
Yes.
What do you have a mini skateboard for?
skateboard.
We just had oh my God. Did you ride a mini skateboard in here?
I rode it across town. It's not a mini
That's so
skateboard.
cool.
What are they called? They're called a
The last time somebody
a penny board.
a penny
They're cool.
board.
They're hipstery.
We're trying to talk to this poor girl who's
What's up?
who's
Hi.
She might be my cousin. Let me not say anything yet. What's up?
she's sucking dick to get over the fact that her dad died, and you
Yeah.
roll in here on a mini skateboard.
That's why I'm rolling in on a penny board because my
Try to
dad
turn
died. We're all just trying
Lewis's
to.
dad is dead too.
Yeah.
Yes.
When did your
connection.
dad die?
December 29th, like this 6 months ago.
That's my son's birthday.
That's so. With my dad's death, your son rose.
Maybe my son was reincarnated as your dad.
That's cool. He had a lot of sex, though. He
Yeah.
started
Your
to
dad
get it.
did?
Oh yeah.
my son comes in. He's
He
like,
was a
"Stop
baller.
being a
Did he-
whore."
Did he cheat on your mom?
No, but he like had a lot of sex previous to my mom. And then
How
he
do you
married
know?
her. Because my mom and dad told me. Because my dad was like, "Don't be like me, Alina."
It's a weird thing to talk to your
That's
daughter
very
about.
strange because I almost
They're
feel like
close.
he's planting the seed for you to be a whore in that case.
No, I think
Right.
he didn't want me to
Yeah,
be
Dad
there.
did it. He ended up okay. Granted, he's dead now, but
Well, yeah,
How did he die? He fucked to death.
That's a way to go.
you'd like that.
Oh my god! Have you
You
ever seen
think? You
Golden
don't know.
Girls? Have you guys ever seen Golden?
Yeah, I've seen the Golden Girls.
Speaking of fucking to death,
Lois Nyland, her husband died when they were having sex.
So
He was
there
like,
you
I'm going. Direct quote.
I think I remember the episode.
That was a
though.
great episode. I could say every Golden Girl. quote.
You could.
Yeah.
You just watched the Golden Girls and Power Rangers?
Yeah. and
pretty
the
cool.
nanny.
between that and sucking cock, you're like a gay man.
I am a gay man. But I would be such a good gay guy. I'd be
Yeah.
a top though, definitely. I've talked about it.
I like this girl. I don't know her.
Yeah.
Are you a comic?
No.
She's our intern.
Yeah.
Oh, she's an intern.
Hi.
Yeah.
How is she funnier than most female comics?
Well, she has a bunch of World War II jokes that she's going to pull out in a second. So
Give this girl a fucking podcast. Guys, we sucked.
we were just talking about that because we were theorizing that maybe she was faking some of her stories for attention,
Right.
and then I believe Mike thought that she should get into podcasting.
I got to be honest with you. On my show, we have an intern. She's a 19-year-old blonde.
You have an intern on a podcast?
No, on the fucking radio show.
Oh, okay. was about to say, just tell the intern to get her own podcast. She doesn't have to be an intern.
We asked her age, and my fucking programming director texted me like, what are you guys doing? Like, are you guys crazy?
Oh, really?
We are legitimately sexually harassing this girl right now.
No, because I didn't ask her if she was a virgin.
No.
And
Are you
then
a virgin?
Yes.
She already said she was.
Okay.
But I told Travis I wasn't going to ask her, and then she said she was.
Yeah.
How's that the line for sexual harassment?
Because I said, Travis, I'm not going to ask her if she's a virgin.
What do you consider sexual harassment?
When a
Asking her
finger's
if
an
she's a virgin?
asshole. No, sexual harassment is when someone touches you and you don't like it.
That'd be sexual
And you
assault.
don't like it. I love her. This is the way women should think in the world. Because here's the thing. That is really the truth. She just fucking hit the nail on the head.
Yeah.
Let's pause everything in the world right now and look at what she just said. Sexual harassment is if somebody touches you and you don't like it.
Yep, but that's
that
not.
is,
Yeah.
That's not.
it's impossible for us to gauge that. I just want to point out.
Right. And you don't like it. You just choose.
No. I kind of like it in a weird way. And I like the fact that she was such a real ass chick that she just said, no. We're fucking psychos. And we just make up the rules as we fucking
we decide
go
we
along.
don't like
I
it.
hate catcalling unless he's wearing a perfectly tailored suit.
No,
Yes.
if the guy is hot, I'm totally okay with it. If he's ugly, I don't want it. It's I'll be.
How am I supposed to know if I'm hot in her mind? You go
I
for
can tell
it.
you.
That's how you do it. You just fucking go for it,
Lewis,
Sam.
just assume the answer's no.
No, that's not true. I'm a very handsome guy right now. I'm back in shape.
It's true.
Look,
You remind me of The Rock.
See?
I see it.
What's up?
What did you just say?
Of The Rock, Dwayne Rock.
Do you
Dwayne
think
The Rock
that's what he
Johnson.
looks like?
Yeah, like a mini one. Because he's bigger.
You don't look like The Rock.
Thank you
Lewis.
very much.
You're going to leave me with a big
What's
head.
your name again?
Alita.
I want you to
Alina,
know
I love
I've
her.
watched wrestling all my life. You do not look like The Rock.
But like a human one. Like not a
Okay, all right,
wrestler
the
one.
They used to call me The Rock in high school, first of all.
A couple
Sam.
months ago, you looked like
It's
the
so
Rock
hard.
rookie season.
But even throughout the Rock, all
I've
the
seen
Rocks.
I've seen your pictures, but you were like a fat rock in high school.
Yes. That was like a rock with mold growing on it. But Alina nailed it right there. That's the way women truly think, and they don't want to admit that.
But that's also sexual assault.
No, it's not.
Touching is assault.
That's not true.
Not if you like it. Assault only if you don't like it.
I know, but you just confused harassment and assault.
I mean, I don't think harassment's I don't know.
There's a fine line between harassment and assault, Sam.
Here's my question, Alina. Do you feel comfortable in this line of conversation?
Oh yes, I'm thriving.
Good.
I'm throbbing.
I just came.
Good. Excellent. And by the way, Lewis actually does technically work for the company. So if you do find a problem in this line of conversation,
I could give a shit less.
Yeah,
Go be fired, Alina. I'd do it for one night with Alina. I'd get fired. I really mean that.
I'm a virgin though. Is that okay? We just talked about that.
Is that okay, Lewis?
I just came again. How is that possible? How is it possible that I came twice within 2 minutes in conversation?
I'm good at it. I told
All right,
you guys.
we were wrong to judge. You are good at it.
How old is she?
She's 23.
Right,
as of,
she's 13,
as
so.
of
Ancient.
as of this week.
This bitch isn't old. She's a grandma. She should be on the Golden Girls.
Yeah.
Yeah, as of this week, she turned 23.
Nice.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, she's
Didn't blow any candles. Need to blow a cock.
okay. See, I'm not asking.
And now I'm
You're
being
never
sexually harassed.
You're uncomfortable. See, it worked.
Right. Let me go to by the way,
It'll break you, pussy.
no. I'm going to a phone call.
That's the head of Sirius XM. You're off the air.
Yeah. Jed, thank you for the call.
Thank you, Sam.
He's been there for a half hour. Chris on Staten Island. What's up, Chris?
What's going on? You were talking about schools before and blowjobs and heroin and all that. I was a sub and right out of college. Right out of college.
Mm-hmm.
And there was this girl. She was a little hooah, and I was a health teacher. She got triple teamed outside the baseball field, and I was the baseball coach.
Oh, shit.
Legend.
Yeah, so it was kind of funny because like all the kids would come, like I was like the teacher. Pretty much
You see him outside waving everybody home.
like everybody would come back up to me and tell me, the girl's name was Elena. Oh, she just got triple teamed outside,
Yeah.
So,
Everyone kept on sliding into third base.
yeah, right. So pretty much, I'm sitting there, and I was like, girls, listen, you don't go outside the baseball field getting triple teamed just to have, So you have.
By the way,
All right,
he's the fucking health teacher giving advice to these young girls. Girl, listen, you don't want to be fucking getting triple teamed on a baseball diamond.
I had to hang up on him because his phone was crapping out and he was stumbling a lot.
How did he get a job as a teacher?
Just like, look, here's what we got to do.
I fucking love kids. That's what I do. I fucking love teaching.
I got a great story from when I was in high school.
Tell me, Troy.
Well, we knew a girl like her, and
no.
So
a
she
Puerto Rican whore virgin.
Me and my friends.
How dare you, Lewis?
She would sneak out. This girl would sneak out. Beautiful Vietnamese girl, but she was like one of those girls that didn't know how hot she really was.
Right.
And her parents were kept her very sheltered, wouldn't let her out, but she would sneak out. And me and two other guys, sometimes maybe three, we would go pick her up.
Yeah.
And then the other guys would leave, and then each guy would get their dick sucked, and then we'd go drop her back off.
That's awesome.
That's but you were
That's
one of
like
the
a
guys.
Tour.
Of course.
Yeah, you were like
I was the guy driving.
That's so cool.
That's cool for the guy that goes first. That's what that's cool for.
What order would you go?
Oh, it's my car.
Right. So
True.
me first, and then I'll wait.
So
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you make her gargle at all? That would always fuck me up. Like I've had like, orgos and fucking, threesomes and shit with two dudes and a chick. And it always fucks me up. Like I remember I came in a chick's mouth and then Dave Smith made out with her afterwards. Like he waited a few minutes, but not enough time. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I remember being like, dude, you literally kissed her after my cum was in her mouth. And he was like, yeah, I guess.
I mean, that's friendship. that goes beyond blood brothers.
By the way, look at this tweet from Canucks 2017. It says, Luis J. Gomez looks like The Rock all right. And he's got a picture of Eric Stoltz from that movie Mask.
Aaron, pull up Aaron Munson's fucking picture. I want to see this fucking...
I'm sure he's very handsome. Let's go to Miguel.
This fucking cocksucking motherfucker. Yeah, are you looking at me? I lost 50 pounds in the past 6 months. I'm gorgeous right now. Thank you.
You're cool.
What's up, Alina?
You're cool. Oh my God, she is 23.
By the way, this is going better for you, Lewis, than any woman that's ever been in a studio with you and I.
Because now I'm in better shape. If I had been in better shape, what's her name? Kathy K?
Kathy
Probably
Kelly.
suck my dick right on the show.
You think so?
I think so. Get her in.
Yeah.
Let's see if she do it now.
I did. Yeah, it was Kathy. It was
She hated me.
Where the phone screener didn't like you.
Who's the phone screener?
Remember the little girl that you gave flowers to because Kathy didn't take them?
Yeah, but she liked me, but here's what I did. I gave her somebody else's flowers, and then she found out that after the fact.
That's pathetic.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure the girls from... Did the girls from Guys We Fucked when they were in here, were they fans of yours?
No,
or
they liked me.
Oh, they did?
Yeah, they liked me.
Okay.
Big fan of your
Now
show.
now she doesn't like you, Sam.
Can I tell you what the problem with women is?
Please, Lewis, I need this wisdom from you. I need to know. I have no idea, and I feel like you're the authority.
They want to be treated like equals.
Right.
And then the second you treat them like equals, they get mad that you're speaking to them like they're adults and you're not handling them with kids' gloves. And you're if a person's an asshole to me, I'll say, hey, you are a fucking asshole. Dickhead fucking asshole.
Right.
If that's a woman, I don't really care. I'm not going like, oh, it's a woman. I can't call her a dickhead asshole. Most people don't do that.
Right.
Women are used to not being called the dickhead asshole, so they walk around through life floating on a cloud, and then when somebody calls them a dickhead asshole, they go, that guy's aggressive. He hates women. It's like, no. I kind of hate everybody, and I'm not afraid to call you a dickhead asshole.
Now, are you venting after your breakup?
No.
Who said this to you?
I'm happily in a new relationship.
You are. Congratulations.
He sure is.
Are you dating?
He came out at Skankfest. You didn't see the picture? It was beautiful.
Oh, sure. Well, we don't got to go into the deets, but I'm happily in a new relationship with a Puerto Rican.
Who is it?
It's a
Is it a just a townsperson, not a comedian? Is it a comedian? It's a comedian. Okay.
Oh, come on, Sammy.
Who's the comedian?
Don't worry.
I want to know though.
I'm just telling you that I'm happily in a new relationship.
I'm so happy for you. I'm happy when you're happy, Lewis. You know that about me.
Yeah, she's no, she's.
But
she's
what
a
would
good
make
chick.
me happy is to know who is.
I'll tell you who it is later. It's you don't even know her. You don't know her.
But she's a comic.
Yeah, she lives in L.A.
We could look her up.
Yeah, I'd love to. She's a Los Angeles comic.
Oh boy,
but Puerto Rican.
Google it.
Huh.
Yeah, Google Puerto Rican Los
Puerto
Angeles.
Rican lady comic
to
from
be
Los
honest with you,
Angeles.
there's probably not that many.
Well, how do you, she lives in L.A.?
Can we move on to
Well, I
another
want to
fucking
know.
topic of
How could you
conversation?
be? She lives in. Yeah, I'm sorry. Your philosophy's on women, but the minute it's your personal life, guys, this is a little over the line. Let's go back to Alina being a virgin and having a dead dad.
That was legitimately more interesting.
She lives in L.A.?
Yeah.
So it's a long distance relationship.
Yeah.
That's tough.
Yeah, well, I've never done that before. It's very new.
Right. How long has it been?
Like a week. I mean, officially.
But it's an official relationship.
Oh, yeah.
Where'd you meet her?
In the comedy scene.
Which comedy scene?
Fucking
she lives in L.A. and you live in
Sam
New
Roberts,
York.
you cocksucker. It's fine. We can move. It's not.
Oh, thank you for giving me permission to move on. I was waiting for that.
I don't know if she wants me to go fucking announce, on a nationally syndicated radio show.
But you said at Skankfest who it was.
No. We were just together.
Yeah.
Who was it then, Mike?
I don't know. I don't know her name.
Was she good looking?
Are you pulling?
It's Aubrey Plaza.
It's Aubrey Plaza.
We figured it out.
Dude, I'm gonna tell you.
Wait
All
a
right,
minute,
fine.
it's
You know what?
Chewy. It's Chewy from Chelsea Handler. Is it Chewy? Who else? Oh, it's Oscar Nunez.
No. It's first of all, these aren't even Puerto Ricans. These are all Mexicans.
Just Hispanic.
He's just pulling up
This is the
brown
most
people.
racist list
No,
I've ever seen.
I put in Puerto Rican. This is what came up.
Yeah, no, that's not it. Me and.
There's no lady comics. Oh, we found her.
Debbie
Gutierrez.
Is that the woman that murdered Selena?
But you only been in the relationship for a week.
Yeah.
How long did you casually date for before? More or less.
A month. Something like that.
Okay. Do you think what made you decide, I'm going to make this a real relationship? This is a boyfriend-girlfriend scenario.
I don't know. You just gotta fucking know.
Yeah, I like her. I don't like.
Yeah, here's the thing: when you fuck a lot, right, and you're out there and you're playing the game, you know what it's like just to hook up with somebody. Yeah.
When you're Louis J. Gomez and you fuck a lot,
when you're crushing puss,
right,
day in day out,
like the Puerto Rican rattlesnake tends to do.
When you're just slaying gas,
sure.
Laying down numbers, thick, heavy numbers.
Sure.
Every single night, sometimes 4 or 5 women a night.
That's incredible, bro.
You know when you fucking find a chick that you actually like and that is,
Right. You've seen the rest, now try the best.
Yeah.
Yeah, I understand.
So, and whatever.
I understand.
And also, Lewis is such a strong personality that you could probably tell quite quickly how it's going to go. Where it's like, if somebody is equally as psychotic as you, it's probably not going to work out. But if there's somebody that's amiable to your kind of, swings and just general enthusiasm.
I don't like the way he said amiable. He said amiable.
Isn't that true?
Amiable.
Isn't that?
Do you pronounce like the long A?
Amiable.
No,
Yeah.
I say amiable. I say amiable.
Amiable.
I think that's what separates the whites from the Puerto Ricans right there.
Am I crazy? I've never heard amiable.
Now I'm getting confused with the word amicable.
See, that's maybe what I'm doing. Maybe I'm thinking of amicable.
Amiable, I think.
Amicable, what is that, like consent?
Amiable or amicable?
Amicable.
Amicable split means we both decided to do this. So yeah,
I am very high right now.
You are.
Oh yeah.
Good for you.
Because like all these words are coming at me now, and I'm like, whoa.
I love the just image of you stoned to the gills, fucking rollerblading down 6th Avenue or fucking mini skateboarding.
Pennyboarding. Don't disparage my pennyboard.
Are you Back to the Future hanging on the back of trucks?
Go, Johnny, go. Do you? How old is this lady?
Oh Jesus Christ!
I'd
Sam.
like to know.
Sam, why?
I'm so curious about your personal life.
Can we talk about Opie being fired? Have you talked about that yet?
I don't know that. I will. We will. How old's the girl?
26.
Okay. How old are you?
35.
Okay, that's fine. How long has she been in comedy for?
I don't know, Sam.
How could you
I
really
don't listen when she talks.
Long distance relationship, and you don't know how long she's been in comedy?
I like the long distance relationship.
How long she been in comedy?
Like 4 years, 5 years.
Okay.
Young buck.
You showing her the ropes?
I'm pulling a Jim Norton, as
She's
they say.
a new jack.
Showing her the ropes in more ways than one?
Yeah, I'm shooting the ropes all over her.
Shooting the ropes, showing the ropes, whatever you need in comedy, baby.
Potato, patata.
Yeah, Lewis got the ropes.
Yeah.
All right, Lewis. If I think of any other questions, I'll ask you. Let me go to Miguel in Los Angeles. Miguel?
Yo, what's going on, Sam?
What's going on, pal?
Look, man, I've been hearing this girl, Alina, saying that she could slob on the knob like a professional.
But basically what Alina's been saying is she can suck this dick.
Hell yeah, that's right. But
good insight, Miguel.
I'm going to New York. In August. And I'm pretty much going through a divorce right now, so I was wondering if she could put those dick-sucking lips to the test.
That's pretty dope.
Yeah.
Is he from Northern California? He has that accent.
He's from L.A. Yeah. Well, Miguel, Lewis, he knows everything about California now. That's where my girlfriend's from. My girlfriend lives there, so I know all about California because that's where my girlfriend lives.
It does not sound like Northern California. It sounds like Speedy Gonzalez.
My girlfriend lives in California, Mike. You don't know anything.
Speedy Gonzalez was from San Vallejo.
Yeah.
Maybe you don't understand that.
So, Miguel, are you asking Alina if she'll go to Wendy's with you?
That's exactly what I'm asking.
Alina, will you? No. Okay, that's a no, Miguel. That's a hard no.
But you don't even know what he looks like. You just said if he was hot. What if he looked like?
But he's going through a divorce.
Yeah, I don't want baggage. I just want an orgasm.
Shut the fuck up, Alina. Listen to me.
Everything's turned. Thank you, Miguel.
Man has baggage. Are you crazy?
Alina, you sound like a real pussy right now. You keep backing out.
Thank you very much, Miguel. I agree with Miguel.
That's a way to convince her.
Here's what the problem for Alina is right now. She's been unleashed into a wolf's den of men that are all 30 plus, that are all talking to her as if
some 40 plus.
This is what. Yeah, exactly. 30 and 40 plus. Going.
I love you. Not 40 yet. 2 months.
Going. This is what guys are like, Alina. When it's not.
Yes, it is.
She's dating college guys.
No.
But also, this is a great insight for her because not a lot of 23-year-old girls have access to what this is. Do you know what I mean? So you get to see what dudes do become.
This is what we become.
Yeah,
Alina.
this is pretty
How
much
awful
just.
Is that?
But the thing is, it's nothing different from what we were. Now it's just creepier because time has passed.
Right.
It's we're actually worse. I mean, we were worse back then.
How often do you see this girl?
I'm going to throw up a hot cup of
She
coffee.
lives in L.A. How often do you get to see her?
Muppet head. I swear to God. I'm going to peg him with a cup of coffee.
How often do you get to see her?
Well, I mean, we've only been
dating a week.
Yeah, I mean,
don't you have a plan in place?
We've seen each other 90% of our relationship.
The last comic I know that was in a long distance relationship with a girl in L.A., Dan the Man Soder.
Oh, yeah.
Did not work out well.
That's true.
Did not work out well.
That's
but
true.
that's him. That's not you. So
Well,
how
he's
often,
on a TV show.
How often?
He's only 3 times as successful as me.
Yeah.
You know, he's got a big fat dick.
Does he? I bet he
every
does.
time I'm in
Plus
a
he does
bathroom
voices.
stall,
Yeah.
literally every time I'm in a bathroom stall, I look next to my friends to see their dicks to see what they're working with.
Smart.
Every time, because you have to know where their confidence comes from.
Sure. Right.
Because if it's a big dick, you go, okay, it's just that. Because that's all you need. Because you have it from when you're a little kid. If you don't have a big dick, you have to work to gain your confidence in other areas.
Yeah.
Kevin Hart has a great story in his book where he was like 8 and his dad was driving him around.
Same size he is now.
His dad was dropping him off in front of his school, and his dad goes, "Kev, I just want you to know."
Is that how we talk? You talk like Hulk Hogan?
Is that not like the Hulkster?
Yeah.
You never have to worry in this world because you got a big dick. And Kevin Hart at 8 years old was like, "What do you mean?" And his dad was like, "I got a long dick. Your brother's got a long dick.
Yep.
That means you're going to have a long dick, and you'll never have to worry about anything."
And that's why the black community is failing. That is the number one reason, is because from the time they get
Live
they go,
by the dick, die by the
yo,
dick.
baby, it's gonna be all right. You got that big old dick, and guess what? It's just not.
But so you don't have any plan of like how often you're going to see this girl?
Yeah, I'm gonna probably see her like once a month.
That's it? For how long?
That sounds great.
A week?
To be honest, that
I think it's good, and I'll tell you why.
Yeah.
Because they say absence makes the heart grow fonder, right?
They do say that.
If you're in each other's shit every single day, here's what happens, right? You get into your first fight the 3-4 months in, right?
Yeah.
You're on top of each other all the time. New relationships, you're in that, puppy love period.
Right.
You're hanging out all the time. You're nonstop over each other's apartments. It's fucking great. But what happens is very quickly you get to that place where you have that first fight. Then the next fight comes like 2 months later, right? Then the next fight comes like a month later. Then it's 2 weeks, then a week. Then you're fighting twice a week, and then it's fucking every year. You're hitting her.
So you're
just fucking her up. She's crying. She can't leave.
Well, she's Puerto Rican. She might be hitting you as well.
That's true.
So your premise here is that the only relationships that work are long distance relationships.
Yes. Name one relationship that's worked.
I've been
it's not gonna,
living with my wife for
Sam,
10 years.
It's not going to work out.
When is it? When?
Mark it down.
Okay.
Mark today's date down. Sam will be divorced one day. I swear to God.
You're just taking it as far as time goes.
There's no way.
You think so?
Impossible.
Why do you think that?
You're you.
Oh.
Sam's awesome.
See, that's actually why I think it will work.
Thank
Sam.
you, Mike.
And here's the thing.
So
what,
far, you're
what
down
constitutes
2-1.
What constitutes?
Gomez?
She just wants to get a dick in her mouth. She'll say anything right now. This girl is thirsty.
What constitutes a successful relationship? Do you know what I mean? Like, does it not work if it still lasted 10 years?
Yeah, I think
Because
that way
that's
too.
a good chunk of time.
Maybe put a time. Does somebody have a bit about that in their act about putting kind of a time limit on it, and you just
like a contract to re-up?
Yeah, where you just kind of say, hey, we've 10 years in, almost like a long-term lease on a business. 10 years in, you come in and go, hey, you know, we're good, or we want to renegotiate the terms of this deal.
I think somebody does have that bit. But yeah, it's a great idea because it is like almost like you have an athlete signed on. You want to figure out if you guys want to continue on the same team.
I'm only doing 1 year contracts. So like, we'll see.
If you have a good relationship for years and then it ends and it's just kind of over. Yeah. Like that's still in the win column, right?
Yeah. If it doesn't end with either of you in jail,
time.
No, but you only have to be with one person forever.
Well, I mean, I just don't want to like spend like 10 years of my life with someone and get to like.
That's a classic young person perspective, though, because if you actually are with somebody for 10 years, you accumulate all of this information and knowledge to kind of then take on.
And
for the
use
next
against them.
Why wouldn't you last longer than 10 years?
Because sometimes life gets in the way, and you guys have careers that kind of just completely
you're barely even a person for a year. You know what I mean?
I've changed. I haven't changed. I'm 23. I've been around.
People, no, you haven't.
No, we know. We've been listening.
Look, people do change.
That cold sore shows.
And yes, people do. I mean, at 23, do you know what a different human being I was than I am at 35?
Much better.
I feel like you're still at the core the same person.
At the core, but that doesn't mean you don't change.
But I feel like if you spend 10 years with someone, you really love them. Like, why would you just give it up?
You don't.
Sometimes you fight. Sometimes other things get in the way. Like, look, I have a child. I have a 4.5-year-old son. I look at my relationship with my ex, even though we didn't work out, as extraordinarily successful. We have this fucking amazing kid.
Yeah.
It's incredible. There's nothing in the world. I don't give a shit what I do in my life. There's nothing in the world that'll create that's as amazing as my kid.
Oh.
So there's something. Can you stop saying that and then in the same breath say how you love sucking dick? It's driving me bonkers.
It's crazy. You just breathe Clorox in his nose.
Yeah.
Is that cum? What is that?
Yeah, if you think kids are so good, you should see what's in your belly.
I don't want kids at all.
No?
Well, you're doing it right.
Not at all. Not happening.
Let's go to Mark in San Diego. Mark.
Mike Cannon, you drug-taking scumbag.
Hi, Mark.
Hey, Alina, I first called in. I was going to try to put in the good word for my homeboy, the Possum King. But this Miguel, the homie Miguel, you got to suck his dick. Come on.
The listeners are now arguing over who gets to suck Alina's dick. Well, either way.
However it plays out.
Yeah, whatever. I don't know. Wait, what?
Well, let's also actually flip the script and get to that. Do you like being taken care of?
No.
Exactly.
She has no idea.
Well, because she's had young, clueless idiots that look at her pussy like a Picasso and they have no idea what goes where and how to take care of what.
She has no clue. She's had one finger in her. That's it.
2? You did 2.
Okay, again, I didn't ask. That's harassment and you're an intern.
Yeah.
For the record.
And for the first time, that is impressive.
Yeah. Remember that thing you said before about... I don't think so.
Did you fall off a bike when you were 10?
I don't know how to ride a bike. I don't ride anything, guys. No bikes, no dick.
Oh, no.
Thank you, Mark.
Wait, Sam, one more thing.
Yes.
Elena.
Yes.
You've only had 5 cocks. I mean, you're barely a novice. Why don't you just let all the non-Samsonites come up there and put little notches in your belt?
That's again, I can't endorse that. This is an intern and a wonderful young lady who, by the way, is learning a lot of great skills and has been great behind the scenes.
Yeah.
I think.
So I hear.
Yeah, that's. I think
Travis seems to like her.
Yeah. Yeah. You're learning good skills, right?
Yeah.
This is a fruitful internship, right?
Yeah, I love you guys. That's all that matters.
Okay, right. Yeah. I don't think that's what HR's policy is, but yes.
She is mentally challenged.
No, you can't. No, that doesn't help us.
Does she not realize what's happening right now? This poor girl.
What are you talking about?
Look, she's probably going to blow one of your fans. Sam.
No. The mentally challenged thing, it's funny because I thought that was cum, but it is drool.
Do not blow any of the fans.
No.
Do not blow.
Even Ken?
If this was 1996, Opie and Anthony, this would be a contest on the air.
Right. And if this were 1996 Opie and Anthony, this would be a contest on the air. And then we would be 2002 Opie and Anthony.
If this was 1996, Alina would be 10 and Anthony would be trying to get his dick sucked by her.
Mike in Baltimore.
Hey, Sam, how are you, buddy?
Good, pal.
Good. Hey, I just want to make a correction. When Alina was describing Lewis as The Rock, she used the wrong pronoun. She meant A Rock.
Oh, like as in dumb as?
dumbass.
Don't
ugly
help him
ass.
with his shitty joke, Sam. Let him fucking sit in that shit joke.
Yeah, we
over
really should have taken a 6-minute moment of silence right after he said
You know
that.
what, Lewis? I apologize.
She really meant A-Rock. Get it, guys?
I tend to side on the listener's side, but you're a friend. I should have sided with you and done the honest thing and said that one stunk.
That was terrible. What was his name?
It's Mike in Baltimore.
Mike, you stink.
Thank you for the call, Mike.
Thanks, guys.
All right, buddy. Chris, the teacher. What's up, dude?
What's up, fellas?
What's up, buddy?
That sounds like a teacher. The other guy did not sound like a teacher.
Yeah.
This guy's pumped to come in his first day of school. You guys want to learn? He spins the globe real fast. We're going on a journey.
I could give another vote of confidence for Miguel in Los Angeles for Elena, and I can tell you that he will have front row tickets, courtesy of me, to see the Mets play the Dodgers, and she can sit with him if she wants.
Wow.
No, I'm hanging up on you.
Wow.
Chris. No.
You want to see the Mets versus the Dodgers?
I'm a Yankees fan.
Whatever, Alina. It's a free fucking baseball game. You don't have a dad. Take what you can get.
I have someone else getting free Yankee
Yeah, but
tickets, though,
the
so-
City Field has way better food.
Yeah, it's a better ballpark, too. It looks nice. I don't like Yankee Stadium. But Miguel sounds old, guys.
What's too old for you?
30.
What?
Whoa.
Yeah.
Didn't you just say you blew a 31-year-old?
Yeah, but that's what
It's too old.
I was sad and desperate for some loving. So that was a sad moment.
Okay, once he just like a load in the back of your throat, you couldn't take it. I'm like, well, that was too weak of a stream.
Let's go to Ray in West Point.
He sounds like he's got good ideas.
Highland Falls.
Sammy, what's good?
What's up, buddy?
I'm from there.
Now, my first, I want to say what up to Mike. The Highland Fall kid's back.
What's up, buddy?
Not much. Lewis, my nigga, what's good?
Yo, you want to know something funny? I hung out at James I. O'Neill High School probably every day for 6 months straight, and I lived in Highland Falls for like 3 months when my mom threw me out when I was like 16.
Wow.
That's what's up.
That sounds like actually a place you would take refuge.
I almost got into a fight with a bunch of ghetto kids by the McDonald's, the whole thing.
So
Oh,
cool.
dude, there was this one.
Oh, yeah, that does sound like Highland Falls.
Yeah.
Never mind. Keep going.
Good for you.
But anyway, I wanted to give the interns should definitely go after Miguel. Miguel's only like 20, nice guy.
20?
Like, come on.
He's going through a divorce.
He's got a kid.
I mean, he is Mexican.
Yeah, but it's true. Come on, Miguel is a great guy. Everything. Come
What
on.
do you do for a living?
What does Ray do or Miguel?
Miguel, he
Look,
knows him,
you
apparently.
can't thank you, Ray, but I love Miguel. I love Ray. I
Can
love
Miguel call back in? Because I feel like we didn't give him a fair chance,
Miguel,
Sam.
you can't suck.
Miguel, call back in. Don't listen to Sam. I'll make sure you get through. I swear to fucking God, Miguel, if you call in, I will wrestle the control board out of Sam's hand. I know how all this shit works. They should have never let me into Sirius XM because I can fucking work it all.
Yeah.
I'll tie Sam up. He can't do shit.
No, you know knots too?
Nuts?
Like tying knots?
Yeah, I know some pretty decent knots. My girlfriend in California taught me them.
All right, Alina. I appreciate you popping in.
Thanks for letting me be on air.
Of course. I hope you learned some things.
Yeah, I did.
I hope you leave feeling happy and fulfilled in this internship and that it's a good use of your academic time and that you're learning skills.
It's so sad. We only have like a month left.
Isn't that sad?
Her excitedly bouncing with the mic in her face really put a fantastic image in my head.
That's neither here nor there, Alina. Don't listen to Mike.
Are there pictures of today's show?
Drug-using scumbag.
Is it like pictures and video?
We're taping it. Troy's got a camera.
I have pictures up on our Twitter.
Okay. The fans should not Photoshop penises in place of the microphone with Alina.
I took a picture with her mouth open, too. So.
Oh, that's weird.
Christ, don't.
Nobody would do that.
Don't. It's Jim and Sam Show on Twitter. Don't do it.
Don't. Seriously, don't.
Do it. Don't do it. And discourage people who do. Okay, let's all do this together.
Let's shame people that are doing this.
I want to. I really want to talk about all this Joe and Mika gossip.
Who's Joe and Miko?
Joe and Miko, the MSNBC host that Trump was firing tweets at yesterday.
I don't know who that is.
You don't know the story at all?
Nope.
He said that Mika is a woman, and he said that on Twitter, the president said that she's a psycho and has a low IQ, and wanted to hang out with him at Mar-a-Lago, and she was bleeding from the face due to a facelift.
Too much, so he said no.
So he said no. And a lot of people are like, I don't remember a president making statements like that in the past. It's inappropriate.
Okay.
Louis just undisturbed by it whatsoever.
Yeah.
It's fine. People are hating on Trump. I got no problem with the guy.
We'll talk about it. I'm not hating on him. I think it's a fun. I love that the president has beef with morning show hosts.
Yeah,
that's fun.
Well, it gives you hope, also.
You know,
yeah, yeah.
There's
What
just
do I gotta
something.
say?
There's something great about the level of honesty that you're getting. Yes, he's a buffoon, but when you're getting just a very produced version of whatever our fucking leaders. I don't know what the fuck.
Tease it, Louis.
I don't know what Obama is. Who knows what the fuck Obama? I don't know how Obama really talks. He doesn't talk like he talks on TV or on Twitter. I'll tell you that much.
Listen.
I know that Trump talks this way because we've been watching him on fucking TV for 25 years. He talked this way in Home Alone too.
Don't use all your points because we're gonna take a break and come back. We haven't taken a break all morning.
No.
What do you mean no?
No, I don't want to take any breaks.
Well, that's fine that you don't want to, but we're doing it anyway.
Fine.
We got to give everybody a chance. Is your girlfriend listening?
Hopefully not.
Oh. Well, that's
It's pretty early in California, Sam.
is early
You don't know
in
it's
California.
3 hours earlier.
It is.
God, you're dumb. You know nothing about California.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I don't know all the California trivia. We'll be back with Jim Norton and Sam Roberts with Mike Cannon and Louis J. Gomez right after this. But I'm sure it'll be a very good show. Mike Cannon
Yes, sir.
and Louis J. Gomez are sitting in.
What's up?
Louis J. Gomez smells like drugs.
He sure does.
The whole room smells like weed.
I know, he really.
The whole conversation with Elena didn't get me hard, but that sure does.
Can we just smoke pot in here? I heard that Shade 45, they smoke weed in their studio all the time.
They do.
So why don't we just get high?
People watch what we're doing.
How are they not watching what Shade 45 is doing? It has shade in the name.
We have different bosses. The boss is
It's also
here.
the same way how hip hop doesn't get called out for misogyny or rape culture.
Mike nailed it.
Even though they are the ones who are doing it better than everybody else.
Sure. Yeah. Not Eminem. Lil Wayne on the new Bieber song says like she's a
Despacito?
zombie. Which I love.
No.
But she's a zombie when she's on that Molly.
Yes,
and then
she
he
is.
talks about fucking her, and it's like, oh, good.
Right. It's
Good.
better that way, he's saying. I
By the
prefer
way,
that.
we used to fuck on ecstasy all the time. We used to take 3 or 4 pills. And
Yeah, mutual fuck, but Lil Wayne does not take ecstasy.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he's saying like you wouldn't sit there and be like, oh yeah, I love fucking on ecstasy because the girl's like a zombie. Like I'd be like, Lewis, like that's not.
It's borderline rape.
Yeah, like, what are you doing?
Borderline.
Yeah, that's just
I'm pretty
pure
sure that's the
Cosby
definition.
shit. Yeah, that's it.
And how do you stay hard on ecstasy? Louis?
Borderline rape. Well, I used to stay hard on ecstasy. You just
Really?
couldn't come.
Oh, yeah.
Couldn't come.
I came.
Oh, so you stay hard but you just can't.
Just fuck all night. 4, 5, 6 women a night.
You did not.
Slaying.
No, you didn't.
Slaying.
He's
dicks.
lying.
Did you see that Cosby clip recently where it's an excerpt from his show and it's about his barbecue sauce and it's
Yes.
about how everybody was getting real horny from his barbecue sauce? It's the best.
I did. He's now saying, by the way, Cosby is that nobody should believe the propaganda that's out there about him because earlier this week or last week, news broke that he was going to do his people.
Yeah, his PR person.
His
broke the
PR
news.
person broke this news.
He's Puerto Rican?
That he was going to.
He's got his own Puerto Rican.
Yeah, just follows him around everywhere. Yeah. Broke the news that he was going to do a speaking tour educating young men how to not get charged with sexual assault.
Oh, good.
Solid idea.
Which it's like, Bill.
How to not get charged. Not even not how to like fucking
not do it.
Just be
Just how to
careful
not
of the
get
signs of a woman that looks like she may charge you.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
You leave no paper trail.
Yeah.
She's got to be really out. Like, don't fucking none of these. Like, I'm half in, half out. She's gonna wake up. She's gonna have just a nice, clear vision of who you are. She's gonna go back out. You're gonna be able to finish and have a good time with her. But she's gonna be able to identify you.
Record her just without context saying, yes, I'm in.
Yes. Just have her on a podcast.
Right.
And then have your producers edit together a long string of her sexually harassing you.
Yeah. I think we just figured out why Lewis has so many podcasts.
Yes.
So there's always a reason.
I have all my victims on my podcast first, so I
Right.
can edit an audio admission of consent.
And nobody's going to sit there and be like, look, what do all these Legion of Skanks guests have in common? Because he spreads them out on like 17 different podcasts.
How would they know though? Like, there has to be a way, right? Like, I wonder. You maybe would even know the answer to this question. If you did
Why
that,
would
let's say
Troy? Because he looks like.
Why would you say that about Troy?
No, because Troy's a producer and understands how to edit, right? So could they, if I had a girl on a podcast,
Yes.
edited together, literally just in a good way, like, oh, Lewis, I cannot wait after this podcast to fuck you. We're going to go and bang. And just, I just took her words and just edited them all together and put that out. Couldn't I use that in court as proof that she admitted it? And how could they, in turn, say, no, this was edited together if they didn't have the original source files?
You probably hear the edits.
Sometimes you can be pretty slick and cover the edits.
Oh,
But
you can
I
cover
don't
the
know
edits.
how well that would hold up in a court of law with how easy it is to edit. It's like if you have a picture of something, it's so easy to Photoshop now.
Well, and they also might be able to tell because it's Lewis. I can't wait for us to have.
Look, I also have a picture of her holding today's newspaper and my dick in her. It's just a shitty Photoshop.
Yeah, I think that the defense would probably be able to, or the prosecution would probably be able to say, is there any possibility that maybe was edited?
Oh, that's strange because I also have a photo of the prosecutor sucking my dick in today's newspaper. Isn't that strange?
Your Honor, I actually have a photo of you.
Well, you know what? You're out of line, Your Honor, because you were sucking my dick this morning with today's newspaper in your hand.
You talk about out of order. Oh, who's going to arrest me? That bailiff? Well, let me tell you something about the bailiff.
I still have smudged ink on my shaft.
Your person you're defending is just looking at you like, what the fuck is he doing?
Nailing it. That's what I'm doing.
Yeah,
I went to the real ass school of law. That's what I'm doing.
You're fired, sir. Then I have a picture of my lawyer sucking my dick. He is fired. I will defend myself.
So Cosby is saying do not believe all that propaganda.
Sure.
Which again, it's propaganda that was spread by his PR people.
I think he's officially going senile for sure, or experiencing some level of dementia because he is he screamed "Hey, hey, hey!"
Yeah,
coming out of the trial before it was
I feel like he died years ago and has been an alien just in his skin,
just controlling him,
controlling everything he does.
I guarantee that's a conspiracy at some level for sure. I spoke to two black comics at a show in Fairfield, Connecticut, and they were convinced that Cosby was about to buy NBC, and that's why the powers that be put all these 50 women in line and had them corroborate a story without ever meeting each other.
Right.
And because bitches be lying.
Right.
To get that money.
The thing about these hoes is they ain't loyal.
They is not.
Right.
That's also true.
Right. Yeah, no, I think that's fairly far-fetched. I like the alien theory better, that an alien landed on Earth and just decided, well, we killed Bill Cosby.
Yeah.
We landed on Bill Cosby. So instead of just letting the world know that there are aliens and they killed Bill Cosby, let's keep the aliens a secret.
Yeah.
And let's ruin Bill Cosby's reputation.
And they also still couldn't find a way to fix his meat avatar from rotting.
Like, we cannot figure out what to do with his eye.
Yeah. I mean, he may be going senile. Like, he agreed to do this set of speeches.
Yeah.
And then goes like, what? I would never do that. I didn't agree to that.
It's a comic mentality, though. Your comics are narcissists.
Yeah.
Like, we literally, it's about
I bet
us.
it would sell. I bet it would sell.
It will. It's not. It doesn't go away after time. Like, he was still performing 2.5 hour, 3 hour shows right up until that. I mean, he had to stop performing because he started getting heckles. Like, going, we bought a ticket to tell you that you're a rapist.
And he's still clean, so he can't really address it.
Yeah. He's got to do it in a clean way. Imagine having to deal with a heckler clean.
Oh.
And not even a heckler, like a person saying like, you are a rapist, not just a guy being like, not funny.
Yeah.
You're like, you committed. Exactly. Yeah, he would just sit there and go like, now, come on now. Okay, enough.
Oh, just a little dance. Oh.
Yeah.
I just can't get over his physical appearance and his just dust eye and shit. He looks like fucking tanned pimento loaf. It's awful. It's absolutely awful.
Yeah, it never worked. He had to stop. But I still think he's probably, like, this speech tour, if he actually does it, probably will be on next year's Skankfest. That would be.
That is actually the perfect crowd.
I believe Skankfest would book him, and
I would.
I believe it would be not ironically.
I would 100% book Cosby on Skankfest.
You would.
You can't not.
Yeah.
If Cosby wanted to do this show tomorrow, would you?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Saturday, you'd come in.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
Whatever time you wanted to do it. Saturday night. Yeah.
Of course.
Go live, tape it, whatever you need, Cos.
Whatever you need.
Yeah. Whatever you need, Doc. Yeah. No, I never get that. People, that came up a lot with the Alex Jones controversy, that Megyn Kelly, who, by the way, probably should have just stayed at Fox News, but Megyn Kelly should not be interviewing Alex Jones because somebody that evil should not get the platform. And I don't think, even if you agree with that, like even if you think he is an evil guy or whatever, you should interview the bad guy.
Why shouldn't you shine a light on it?
It's not even about, it's not even about holding the coals to him or trying to prove him wrong or whatever. It's just, let's give him a forum.
Yeah.
Let's show you there's a buzz about this person.
Yep.
Well,
let's show you what everybody's talking about and why they're saying he's crazy.
When somebody's not liked, there's this chick in the comedy community right now who's being accused of sexually assaulting another female comic, right? Mm-hmm. She wrote something.
A female assaulting another female.
Assaulted another female comedian.
What did
And the male comedians' heads are just exploding. We're like,
It's truly an interesting thing to see happen on Facebook.
What's she accused of doing?
Leaving a fingernail in some girl's snatch.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
And is this like she didn't want her fingers in to begin with?
I suppose.
And now
I thought that's how they do manicures, to be honest.
That's the final
it's
buffing
like a
stage.
pearl, like you put it in there for a little while and then it comes out and it's very shiny.
Yeah.
That's what I had imagined.
Right.
But whatever. I'm just a dumb dude. I'm mansplaining, I guess.
But so that's the evidence that there's a fingernail inside this girl.
Yeah. So apparently this girl went and did this, and I don't know if she did it. I know the girl that's being accused. I don't know her super well, but I'm actually interviewing her today on the Real Ass podcast because she reached out to me and she was like, "Hey, I see you posting about this. I didn't do this. This is a complete fabrication." She wrote a blog post about consent. She's like one of these like feministy chicks.
Yeah.
She wrote a thing for one of these websites about consent.
Are both girls lesbians?
I don't know. Maybe.
Okay.
Maybe.
You
I
don't know. We don't know.
So the website took her post down about consent. They took down the blog. It's an old post from a while ago, and they took it down. And there's a weird thing when somebody's accused of, especially sexual assault, but anything really, where we try to silence them. We're like, no, don't give them a platform. You can't give them a platform. We don't want to hear their side of the story. And you're like, time out. If I'm a detective, I want to fucking hear everything. I want to hear all sides of the story. Why do I want to just hear one narrative and make a decision blindly based off of that? And that is typically what everybody does. You'll see, somebody will be accused of rape. Jamie Kilstein in an hour had to delete his Twitter.
And it wasn't even rape. It was just
being
abusive
inappropriate
behavior or whatever it was.
Who's that?
He's a male feminist comedian who runs
who plays guitar and vegan. And
that's so cool.
He's the worst.
He's literally like, he's just the fucking worst. But he got accused of like inappropriate behavior or whatever it was. And then he got those feminists. The feminist trolls, I think, are worse than the fucking neckbeard Reddit trolls because they fucking went at him within, like, in an hour, dude. He deleted everything and it was gone. And now he's gone. He has no voice now. Whether he did something inappropriate or not, he has absolutely no voice.
Right.
And everyone goes, good. He's fucking gone. And you're like, time out. You don't want to hear what the fuck happened?
Yeah, exactly.
Even if, as a person who just wants to like watch something interesting, you don't want to step back. And if you're watching a movie, you don't want to see the villain. You want to literally just watch a fucking good guy run through the streets and fucking
Also,
skip.
that doesn't solve the problem. If somebody gets fired for saying the N-word, they're out of a job, but that doesn't solve racism. You actually did nothing to further the conversation.
They're out there, they're robbing people, they're stealing.
I think you've missed the point entirely, Lewis. Yeah, I think you totally missed the point. But that's true. And what you're doing is you're making it so there is a culture of people who are either racist or on the brink of being racist, right? And when you start making it seem like we're taking your freedoms away, then those people go over to the other side. It's what happened with Trump. Like, of course, all the people that like Trump didn't like everything he was saying, but when it looked like he was either trying to be silenced or he was being accused of things that were not provable or whatever it is, that's why all this Russia stuff about Trump is the worst thing that you can do because nobody's got any evidence of it. And all you're doing is fueling this idea that they're making stuff up.
And it's all the things that like men are destroyed for in society. Those things. So, saying that he sexually assaults women, that's what the way they angled the grab him by the pussy thing.
Yes.
Him being racist, like all of these things that like white men are accused of just every single day, the most, vile things, they throw it on the president and he's still won. And it's very telling as to the way people are going like, fuck you, dude. Anybody in the world. It's a natural human, thing, if you're backed into a corner, to start fucking swinging and get out of the corner. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's just dudes, white guys in particular, I feel that way. I'm telling you right now, I watch it happen. I watch my white friends just fucking sit there and just, they kind of look down at their feet. It's like, yeah, I guess I'm a fucking rapist. I guess I'm a piece of shit. I got white privilege and, and they have to sit there and take it. At one point, they go, no, I'm not. It reminds me of the scene where Ralphie in A Christmas Story, where the kid, where the bully is like, okay, what are you going to cry?
Yeah.
You're going to cry? And he's just fucking fuming and fuming. Yeah. And then, guess what? Gavin McInnes exists.
Right. Well, and I think that's what happened. That, like, you started calling Donald Trump supporters racist, deplorables, whatever it was. But, the big thing, racist, misogynist,
anybody
homophobes.
wearing a red hat.
Yes, right?
Yeah.
And so then you've got people...
Yeah, Fred Durst.
You got people who are not those things that support Trump for whatever reason they do. And now they're furious, or people that might or might not have supported Trump, right? And now that this whole like, well, you're a racist if you do. He's like, no, I'm not. Fuck you. I'm voting for Trump because you just said I was a racist.
Fuck
and
you,
even if they're
get out of my face.
and even if they're on, because I'm a person that's relatively open-minded and I'm kind of on both sides of the fence, and I like to kind of hear people out.
I think the word you're looking for is wishy-washy.
Yeah. I won't stick to a point and then never allow any counterpoints in. You're right. That is certainly my thing. But it does become that type of thing where I'm watching kind of blanket statements being made, and it's difficult for somebody who actually believes that they're a good person, such as myself, to take a constant pounding for others' behavior.
Yeah.
So all of this, like, all white dudes, all that shit, even me as a person that doesn't identify as that type of white dude, I still get pissed because I'm lumped in, and it's like, I'm your fucking friend, dude.
White power, guys. Come on, man.
Lewis,
if you were in your car,
people that I'm friends with.
If you're a white guy sitting in your car right now, I know you're feeling something, right? Yeah. You're feeling it. You're like, God, this is part of a movement.
Yeah.
Jerk the wheel right into the next minority you see on the highway.
Fucking power. Do you feel that? Come on, everyone say it with me. White fucking power. Come on, everyone.
He's Puerto Rican. He can say it because he's Puerto Rican.
Everyone in the booth is doing it. White fucking power.
Travis, stop.
Travis took his shirt off.
Yeah.
White fucking power.
Oh my God.
Travis, what is that SS tattoo on your chest?
Travis is getting ready to walk in here and let Lewis know that his tattoo means that he's not welcome. You know what this means, Luis J. Gomez? Not welcome.
I could picture Travis with just a juiced up body underneath those loose fitting hoodies. Out of nowhere, he just takes it off. He's a fucking 5.5% body fat, road map veins going through his abs.
Prison workouts,
tattoos all over his body. SS tattoos.
Oh.
Dude, I thought no one was ever going to say it until Gomez came in.
He's got all his body hair is still intact. All of it. He's just prison tough.
It's not even tattoos. It's just body hair shaved into the SS.
Yeah, and I a lot of that. It's so funny watching this Mika thing because we were talking about before break that the tweets that Donald Trump sent out yesterday about Mika and Joe Scarborough have been like blown up huge. It was the story of the day yesterday, and it's bleeding into today.
Didn't even hear about it.
Well, you see, you
have to read.
The thing about Lewis is that he podcast. I have no idea what he talks about on his podcast because he just spends all his time.
He just interviews rapists.
Yeah, exactly. He just spends all his time talking and none of the time researching what he's talking about. Fair?
Yeah.
Okay. So,
but here's the thing: what happens is I'm learning in real time. Here's the thing: Sam, here's the difference between me and you.
Tell me.
Me and you are the same. Okay, we're both fucking everyday idiots. Okay,
true. Okay,
you are pretending to know something right now. You don't know shit.
I know about the tweets.
I don't know shit.
Fuck out of here with that.
He
Get
knows.
The fuck out of here.
He knows so little about this fucking story. Right?
Fuck out of
here. He knows nothing. So here's what's happening. Right, I'm finding out in real time about these fucking tweets. Right. So now I'm giving you my opinion in real time. You did your research and your prep and you fucking read 5 blogs about it. What's the fucking difference, Sam? I don't know. We're the same idiots.
Fuck out of here. I read the tweets. I watched their response on television. I saw them going crazy on cable news yesterday.
You're a fucking expert on
I know the story. Okay, these are all the elements of the story.
You know.
Here's the genius of Donald Trump, though, is this is a very
Mike's going to make a real point.
No,
right
but
now.
I am because this is
me and Sam are doing something retarded right now.
Yeah.
Let us be retarded.
You know what? Let me be retarded by making an actual point.
Right.
So I think because the reason why he tweeted this, it seems very calculated because nobody's now talking about the travel ban. It's not even in the people.
Are they still doing that?
Yeah, apparently it's brand new. But everybody
had a countdown to it last night.
It's unreal. They're all hooked on this dippy idiot talking about some a physical imperfection of some woman.
I have to know if the media is in bed with Trump in terms of working with him to create this narrative, or if both sides are just so. Like if the media is so obsessed with themselves that they're not going to call him out.
No, they're obsessed with money and attention and eyes.
Yes.
They don't give a fuck about actual news. They want to print every sexy story that there possibly is. And people love this shit. People love going crazy on his tweets. Read the replies of his tweet.
Yeah.
It's all these morons with blue checks that you've never heard of.
Yeah.
But they're like making these quote unquote salient points against him. And it's like, you fucking idiot. You're doing exactly what he wants.
Of course.
Salient.
You want to see?
Did I mispronounce that as well?
Salient.
Do you want to see what the response was from Mika and Joe this morning?
Yeah, sure.
Everybody was waited. This is what a big story it was. Luis J. Gomez.
I want to know how big it was. This is fucking so good.
And this is
so much better than Opie being fired.
This is how you know. By the way, Is he fired?
I heard he was fired.
Where'd you hear that from?
The Twitter.
Oh, so you have done your research.
I had a couple of fans tweet at me, Opie's fired, bring it up on Sam's show, and apparently I was wrong about that.
I don't know if he's fired.
Let's see.
I think he's not fired.
Okay, he's not fired.
No. I think Paul walked off his show yesterday.
Okay. Who's Paul?
Paul used to work for my show.
Who's you?
I'm Sam.
You're Sam. Paul. All right. So Paul used to work here. Walked off his show.
He worked for my show back in the day. Then he went over to Opie's show, and I guess that means Opie got him here. But so then yesterday, I guess there was tension building. I don't know. I couldn't be happier to be able to watch. I love to watch the drama
as opposed to being in the room for the drama.
Precisely,
right.
Or being a part of it.
No,
I
love being a part of it.
Well, I know you do.
Oh, if I could have been a fly on that wall.
Yeah, that's why. I mean, that's why you created the whole Legion of Skanks versus Guys We Fuck thing.
Sam. You did. You phony fucking cocksucker. He played us like a bunch of fiddles. He created enemies out of people. I had to fat shame a girl because of Sam Roberts.
You don't think
I had to?
You don't think it was those girls themselves?
My hand to fat shame this girl.
There was only one. Sam was the strings that held your arms up to flap.
Yes.
You don't think Corinne from Guys We Fucked had anything to do with it?
No, to be honest with you, you're right. They actually really did start
They started it.
They truthfully
one
did.
started it.
Yeah,
one
correct.
started.
I'm cool with Christina. I saw Christina the other night.
I'm cool with Christina too. I love her.
Yeah,
she's on the show.
I love them both, for the record.
I would be friends with Corinne. I always wanted to fuck Corinne because I feel like we would have amazing hate sex.
Right. She doesn't like me either now, but that's neither here nor there. Yeah. So Paul walked off. But can I tell you the truth?
What happened?
I've watched a lot of entertainment in my day and done a lot of radio. Opie's on vacation from now until next week.
Yeah.
I think the whole thing's fake.
You think it's fake?
I think it's a work.
No.
Yeah, I think it's all fake.
No.
Really?
Yeah, I think it just you want to get some buzz talking.
Chatter.
But like every false flag, it has at least one victim, and Paul, I think, is a real collateral damage.
I don't exactly understand what happened. Roland was taking a shit.
I guess Opie videoed Roland shitting.
That is, first of all, just
Which
horrible.
can I get my hands
idea.
on that video?
Well, I don't know. I think that it's private time. I think that.
But if I could have the VO of Elena talking about blowing guys and the video of Roland shitting,
that's all you'll ever need.
Oh.
But yeah, so then, to my understanding, Opie videoed Roland shitting.
Which I will say this much.
You used to have a fucking
I had a web
Vine
series. I had a Vine series called Comedians Pissing, where I would just kick the door open to a bathroom and a comedian would be pissing, and then they'd pull their dick away and have to piss on themselves, and it was a funny little 6-second Vine. I thought it was pretty funny. So I understand from Opie's perspective, how taking a video of Roland. I mean, if you guys don't know what Roland looks like, he's a big boy. Okay, so
he just got you breakfast, but that's cool.
I'm just saying he knows. Am I telling Roland something that he doesn't know?
I want Roland to walk in eating Lewis's breakfast.
Have Lewis's breakfast in his ass.
So then,
Opie took a video of him
shitting, and then Roland got pissed, and then the higher ups were informed.
The
bosses.
The bosses.
Yeah.
So did Opie get in trouble?
I think so, and I think Opie. I don't know if he's in trouble or not, but. Then Roland was able to stop booking for Opie's show. He didn't work for Opie's show at all.
So that he's not on the show anymore.
Which I think is how they just dealt with it. They were like, okay, if there's going to be problems, we'll just.
This is how I know Opie.
Oh,
never
is that
wanted me
why I
on
haven't been invited back?
Maybe.
No, it just happened.
Okay.
Yeah, no.
I'd email Roland about getting on this show. Roland would email me back right away. But yeah, of course, no problem.
No, this just happened like.
No, I know, but
Yeah.
I'd email Roland about getting on an Opie show, and it would just be radio silence, like nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing. So that's how I know Opie doesn't like me.
Oh, yeah, probably.
And that's why I'm glad that he's going to get fired.
Well, I don't know that. But then, I guess there are sides, and Paul took Roland's side.
Yeah.
And then there was tension there, and then Paul also slapped chocolates out of the Cuban's hand, which is Opie's co-host.
But where did he learn such behavior? It couldn't be from his cake stomping host.
I learned it from you, okay?
Couldn't possibly be from the guy that finds humor in slapping sandwiches out of people's hands,
all of this is coming together right now because I live in I don't have time to research the stories for my show, so I don't have time to research the stories going on with other people's shows.
Gotcha.
So that's the chocolates,
right? So then that's the chocolates, right?
I heard about chocolates on the floor,
and I guess the Cuban was legit pissed. Here's the one hiccup in the whole thing. If the Cuban is allowed to be legitimately pissed that the chocolates got slapped out of his hand, I think Roland is allowed to be legitimately pissed that he got videoed shitting.
Hold on,
Because
but
dropping chocolates.
Videoed shitting
is worse than
smacking
that's not true.
chocolates.
That not for me. It depends. If it was in a real moment of anger, and you smack something out of my hand.
No, it wasn't in an anger thing. It was just like a goof,
Funny.
like
Oh,
we're
it's
on the
funny.
air.
Oh, it was funny. Okay, yeah, that's funny.
He's trying to, yeah, it was an attempt to be funny. Okay. So then all that happens, right? So then there's all this hostility in there, I think. I don't know any of this stuff because I haven't actually spoken to people about it. I just was getting tweets, so I turned on the show to hear the gossip. And then Paul started, it sounded like his blood was boiling, like he had resentment.
So it's wildly articulate for somebody who is that angry, though. I watched the video.
Yeah. So he gets resentment.
I can't wait to watch this after I leave here.
And he starts like picking it at the Cuban, and I think he called him a bitch at one point.
Ooh,
yeah.
When you call a Cuban a bitch, he has to cut your throat and pull your tongue out of your neck.
Everybody in the room.
That's literally a rule in Cuban society.
That's a Cuban necktie, right?
Yeah. It's literally that's what they say in Cuban law.
Oh, gross! Is that a real thing?
So then
I think the issue from Paul's perspective, yesterday, by the way, was that this was 2 days after the chocolate thing. And Paul had paid him already for the chocolate.
Oh, and he was still being shitty about it.
And he was still being shitty.
Were these like special chocolates from a place where you can't
He
get
says
them?
it was like a $50 box of chocolates.
But it was just expensive. You could buy them again.
Right, and he paid him the money.
So who gives a shit?
He gave him the 50. I wouldn't have given him the 50.
No, because I assume as a restaurant owner, he probably got a deal.
I would just say it's funny that I slept chocolates out of your hand.
Yeah.
Deal with it. That's what I did.
Deal with it, you bitch.
Well, that's what Paul said.
Yeah.
But then, I guess... They also said that to Roland about videoing him shitting. So that's all this stuff is going on.
Deal with it, you bitch. He's crying to HR. I've been violated.
So all this is going on. And then, Paul starts getting snippy with Carl because he's pissed. Like he's just annoyed. And he sounded like he was just...
And everyone's against him now.
Right. And he's over it. He's tired of being abused, right? And then he gets a little snippy with Opie too. And then the room starts being like, oh, Paul thinks he's who it is now, which I get. Like if the producer starts talking back to the hosts, then the hosts start being like, whoa, slow your roll there, Junior.
Take your fucking job. I'll call your wife and fire you in front of her.
Right.
Goddamn right.
And that was the vibe in the room.
I get that.
And then it built, and then it stopped, and then it built again, and Paul ended up leaving.
Taking his cameras and going home.
He literally picked his cameras up and walked out.
And quit SiriusXM.
He didn't quit SiriusXM. He just walked out of the studio.
Oh, just sat outside.
Yeah, he went back to the office.
He's now smoking blunts in Shade 45.
Yeah. So I don't know what he's going to do. But unless it was all just one big
false flag.
It was all just a big fake thing.
I don't think that...
But I'll tell you this, if it wasn't a fake thing and worse comes to worse, like my preference would be that Opie does not get fired. Just keep, like, he can keep doing the show, like, whatever. That's totally cool.
Why?
If... You say why?
Yeah, why?
Because why would I care if Opie gets fired? Like, why would I don't want to take food out of his mouth.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
I think... Is that taking his food out of his mouth? I mean...
If he loses his job?
I think he'll be fine. Wouldn't he wouldn't he either get another radio gig or do a podcast and make more money? I mean...
Yeah, but I'm not, like, he would get another job, but that doesn't mean, like, just because somebody is able to get another job does not mean that I want them to lose their job.
That's fair. Look, here's why I say I don't give a shit if Opie's fired and fuck Opie. Okay? I'll say it very clearly.
Tell me.
I've been told by multiple people at this company to never say anything against Opie.
Have you?
Yeah, multiple people at this company.
Like bosses?
Not bosses. People in
like what type of people? Don't mention names, but like, because I think it's important.
I mean, like people, hosts, producers, hey, dude, don't say shit about Opie on Anthony's show. Don't say shit about Opie, especially on SiriusXM. He will try to have you fired if you do that.
Really?
I was told that specifically by multiple people, okay? So if he's a dude that's actually actively trying to get fucking people fired for making jokes against him, fuck him then. I don't give a fuck. Fuck him.
Yeah, I've never actually seen him try to get anybody.
I was told by
fired,
multiple fucking people that are on the fucking in that don't say shit about Opie. And I've never said anything against Opie on SiriusXM. I made a couple jokes, and it was after I made jokes on Anthony's show, and they hit me up. They're like, dude, Opie's pissed. He doesn't fucking like you. Okay. He doesn't, I was like, they said he will literally go and try to have you removed from your show at SiriusXM. So maybe that's just a rumor. I don't know. But this wasn't people making shit up. It was people that know what's going on.
Here's the thing. Like, and I worked with him for a long time. Opie does a lot of good by people.
Yeah.
You know, like he did a lot of good by me. He's done a lot of good by a lot of people associated with the show. He did a ton of good by Troy. He did good by Travis. Like he has done a lot of good by people. What inevitably happens is Obi does good by people, but he also has a tendency of treating people shittily. And when you do good by people, you remember that you do good by people. And when you get treated shitty, you remember that you got treated shitty. So
there's a disconnect in the experience.
I've seen it 100 times. That's what's happening. Every single time it happens, people build resentments because they don't talk about it because they're scared to. So they build resentment because they feel like they're getting treated shitty.
Yeah.
Obi feels like, well, I've done right by this guy in the past. I've helped him out with this or that.
So he's got a bank that he can pull from to be a dick?
Well, he might not even know he's being a dick. Like in his mind, he's just like, well, I helped get that guy hired, or well, I gave that guy airtime, or well, I don't know. I guess I allowed Sam to do an after show. I don't know. I don't know who else would have done it, but but like, there's not that sort of thing where it's like, yeah, but I've repaid that debt by working for the show and giving you as much as, like, all the people who work for that show end up giving, if they're successful, they've given the show a huge chunk of their life.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so, like, that's the repayment. And when there's shittiness or dickishness or whatever that maybe they take wrong, maybe whatever it is, I don't know. I'm not talking about intention. I'm talking about what actually happens. Then people take in that shittiness and they're like, what the fuck is that? And they kind of like, well, I'm not going to say anything because he did right by me. But the resentment grows.
Yeah.
And
that happens everywhere. I mean,
it happens everywhere, but that's the story. That's
what boss. By the way, everybody listening to the show right now, think about it. You hate your fucking boss.
But he's done right by you. I bet your boss has done right by you.
There's a bunch of moments where, and from your boss's perspective, he's going, I really treat my employees well. So I get that as well. But there's a major disconnect there. I don't know. Maybe that's the case. I don't really know this guy.
In my experience, I've worked as closely with him as anybody's ever worked with him, and I've worked closely with everybody who, this has happened with. Most of the people who, there's been blow-ups and he's had to move on to other people. And that's, I believe, my theory, that's what it is. That's why, I don't have any resentment whatsoever towards him anymore. There was some when we first started. Yeah, because he did right by me.
Sure. So you're saying over time your resentment didn't build, like the example you're giving?
It did build, but I was also kind of aware of myself enough to not let it get out of control.
Right. Well, self-awareness is a beautiful gift.
Yeah,
that
not everybody.
Some of us possess.
Yeah. It becomes tough. But and I had a lot of resentment when I was doing the night show, because there was stuff happening that I knew about that it was just shitty.
Sure.
And when I started this show, because he was taking shots and stuff, and so I was taking shots back. But since then, it's almost been like, I don't...
But do you feel threatened when vague tweets go out that, like, things are going behind the scenes? Wait until you guys find out. Wait until the information I have comes out.
No.
That's nothing that you're concerned with.
No. I come in... I'm the last professional broadcaster. I do a good show. And I'm going to be like, it's if there was all these crazy behind the scenes things happening and I just got blindsided and I got fired tomorrow, I'd be fine by the end of the summer.
This is a thing.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Goddamn right. You come on to Gas Digital, Sam.
Sam Roberts' show would debut on Gas Digital and we'd be making money hand over fist.
I think the thing that should be taught to kids, like, because a lot of how kids, or at least myself, got through high school was that, like, things change. High school is gay sex mostly, and myself being confident enough to have gay sex. But it's like high school doesn't change. Life is fucking high school. No matter where you work, that type of internal social environment just kind of creates itself, and there's fucking rumor, there's cattiness, there's dog shit power struggle.
It's in radio and comedy. It's only in this world, though, because
it's in corporate America, dude. I worked in advertising. It's the same shit. Disgruntled employees that have a good day by their boss and think that person is a god that day, and then the next day they tell them, fuck you, and immediately it brings up years of resentment.
We're particularly immature in this world, okay? We're particularly catty, we're particularly childish in this world. Yeah.
A lot of sensitivity.
Well, we're artists.
Everybody,
No, we're just...
I'm an artist.
We never grow up. We never have to grow up. We talk about dumb shit. We literally, that's our whole job, is to get up every day and say stupid things into microphones.
But we still need to be the best at talking about dumb shit.
Yes.
And if anybody says somebody else is better at talking about dumb shit than us, or whoever takes our opportunity to talk about dumb shit, it's like, well, fuck.
But I do that.
What the hell?
That's my skill set.
But that's about we don't know how to deal with things, or not everyone, but a lot of people in this world don't know how to deal with things in a mature way. It's because we never really had to grow up, and we were encouraged to be immature. We were encouraged to think in almost like a youthful way and look at things. And like for me, when people listen to me, they're not. That's why I'm making fun of you before, but I'm half kidding, but I'm half being serious. People don't want me to research a news story. Yeah. People don't want that from me. If I was researching news stories and trying to speak about things in a way like I'm a fucking expert on them, it would fall apart. People want to see me kind of fucking explore things as sort of a dummy and a sort of an everyman, and I almost feel like they relate to that much more.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, that's why my drug habit is perpetuated, because the people love it.
Yeah, exactly. It's your brand.
I got to give them what they want.
It's your brand.
Yeah.
Let's go to Randy in Oklahoma. What's up, Randy?
Hey, Sam. I just wanted to call in. Travis got the whole chocolate thing wrong. I mean, I'm a big fan of all the shows. I love the fucking network.
Yeah.
But the Cuban wasn't pissed after he paid him back. He never paid him back. He bought him more chocolates the next day. I mean, and then it was squashed. The Cuban was done.
So he paid him back in chocolates.
But was it? I think.
What is this? The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe? What the fuck is
I
going
think they're
on
saying it wasn't squashed, though. Look, the idea that somebody
it was squashed.
The idea it doesn't sound like it was squashed. There was, one guy left the room.
What happened was, from what I saw in the video, Sherrod had been out. And Carl was rehashing the incident, which apparently picked the scab. So everything was squashed, but he was retelling the story, and Paul seemed to get re-mad.
Right. Now, look, nobody needs to get mad about chocolates being thrown on the floor. I would walk, if I were sitting next to Lewis right now and he picked his eggs up, they would be all over the floor. Because why not? It's funny.
Sam, I would beat the shit out of you on your own show.
You wouldn't like that?
I would murder you if you threw my fucking eggs on the floor.
I think you're taking things too seriously, Lewis. I think you're taking things a little too seriously.
I would call my girlfriend in California.
Whose drink did Jim piss in once when he turned during a break?
Oh, yeah.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, I remember him doing that. Yeah, I mean, that's
God, you used to be able to assault people with bodily fluids on the radio, and that is completely lost in 2017.
No, it's not. Now it's just saved for Naked Roast Battle at Skankfest.
Mike in New York.
Hey, I think Cannon is right. The whole inbreeding and rumor and all that kind of crap happens just as much in corporate America as it does what you guys are talking about on the radio. The only difference is you guys are talking about it on the radio instead of just in one office or that office or that building over there.
Stop making great points.
It becomes this thing where instead of like the office talking about things, it's the listener base. It's everyone, and it's on Twitter, and it's people calling in, and like, You're right, Mike. You're right. Thanks, buddy.
Finally, someone told me.
Yeah, let me go to Kyle in Alabama. What's up, Kyle?
Hey, man.
Hey, man.
I guess I caught the tail end of Opie's show yesterday, and he was saying that, and I guess there's really no way to prove it, but he was saying that Roland was laughing at it, and they were all laughing at it in the bathroom. And
I don't know. Roland's been
laughing. He went to
Roland's been pissed about it for a while, so. You know, he might have been laughing. Again, I wasn't there, so I have no clue.
I mean, Billy Bush was also laughing in that bus.
Right.
So who knows
he didn't
how actually comfortable he was.
He didn't actually want to grab somebody by the pussy.
Probably not.
Well, he might have, but probably not. Probably not. So I don't know.
Maybe that's just the way Roland deals with things.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe he was embarrassed.
A lot of people laugh when they're uncomfortable.
Really, that's not cool. I mean, I don't know anybody would think that was a cool idea to be videotaped while you're taking a shit here.
Look, I got to be honest with you. It wouldn't really bother me.
Well, yeah, but you're also like you're kind of a savage.
You're an animal, dude.
Same. I mean, I'm
throw
shameless.
my shit at Opie.
Right. And it's be like, what? We're having a good time.
We're being hilarious right now.
Yeah, we're just all
He's
good.
videotaping. I'm throwing shit. We're fucking.
I literally used to have a web series where I talked bottomless from the toilet, so it truly wouldn't bother me.
Yeah, most people that are funny, like people just in the world of funny, like comedians or whatever, don't really give a shit. But Roland's a producer.
Would you test that out on somebody who's just an employee?
No, I wouldn't test that out on somebody who's not a comedian who doesn't do funny for a living.
Yeah, I wouldn't do that to my agent.
Right, exactly.
I might.
Exactly. I mean, you would.
I really want him to understand my brand.
I think he did.
That's why I got him signed.
Yeah.
I raped my agent. That's why I got him to sign me.
Same agent.
Wow. We have the same agent.
Let me go to Marshall in Texas. What's up, Marshall?
What's up, Sam?
Hey, man.
The one thing I think you're missing here is that narcissists always have relationships like that, where they have kind of a control freak thing over the other person, and they can't really take criticism directed back at them. So it's this, they're locked in this thing of like, they have control over the other person, so they can kind of dictate how the relationship goes, but people don't work that way, and eventually they lash out and go, well, fuck you, I don't even care anymore.
Yeah.
And I think that's the angle that's really going on here.
Yeah, I mean, because everybody that is in the situation that Paul was in would clearly tell you that Opie's done really good things for them.
Yeah, of course.
But
we get it. Opie's done good things, Sam. You don't got to keep on reiterating.
But but if it were up to you, it would just be the fuck Opie show.
Yeah.
Like that's what you want.
But I think this is an actual nuanced conversation where it's not black and white, where people probably want you to step on the gas and say fuck you. But the fact of the matter is,
it's I know what's going on.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you understand, between the break, you should have heard what Sam was saying about Opie. It was fucking crazy.
In between N-bombs, I couldn't believe it, frankly.
Holy shit. You can't call Opie those names.
But yeah.
He's done so much for you, Sam.
I know.
Why would you talk about him that way?
Well, and then I switched it up, and I was like, you know what? Lewis once again was the voice of reason. Thank God for Louis J. Gomez.
These are all characters on the air. We're actually opposite personalities off the air. Sam is the real ass dude off air.
Yeah,
yeah, just fucking kicking ass, taking names. And I'm really just a beta chick.
I'm sober.
Are you saying I'm a beta chick on the air?
No.
That's not that cool.
How do you have two betas hosting this show?
Wait,
no, go to Jim.
Oh. That's a good question.
You need somebody to fucking be the alpha in the room.
Who do you think Travis is?
Yeah, exactly. That's why it's the Travis dog.
Have you forgotten my chest hair?
Yeah. And just because Jim has penises in his mouth doesn't make him a beta.
No,
for
if
the
anything,
record.
that makes him an alpha.
Yeah.
That takes a certain amount of courage to
Because
allow
that's what he says when he goes down on him. Alpha.
What I just heard about this today. When I came in, I didn't know what happened yesterday on the show. What's the dumpster fire? I don't understand the dumpster fire.
They're just saying that the show turned into a dumpster fire.
Oh,
yeah.
That's what I pick up on just words.
Just so random.
Chocolate, dumpster fire.
Yeah.
Something.
Yeah.
Cake stump.
But yeah, you get a lot of information from Twitter, don't you?
I do. And Reddit. I'm on the Reddit sphere.
Good. That's a good place to get non-biased, healthy information.
I just, you know what it is? I on Reddit, I just...
Why do you... Look, I get so many... I know people hate you.
Yeah.
I would think that if I were you...
I'd just stay away.
Yeah, because you have
this
fans.
guy survives on negative energy. He vacuums it up and
so
becomes
unhealthy.
a fucking powerful serpent. Have you ever seen when Jafar turns into the fucking snake in Aladdin? That is Lewis.
Yeah.
That is 100%
Louis J. Gomez is the evil genie?
Yes.
Oh, no.
Exactly.
You know in Game of Thrones, Hodor, where like he's holding the door and he has it, and then all the fucking White Walkers come and they grab him and they consume him like that. That's what I do when I go onto Reddit. I just turn, I fucking open my arms and I say, consume me, bitches. Let's rock. Let's eat me. I love it.
You have a lot of fans. Like you have people literally, you created a pay service that people are subscribing to. That is real loyalty. Yeah. You've created Skankfest, which is a weekend festival where you have a lot of people.
It was unbelievable.
Travel from all over the country.
All over the world.
The world.
England, Denmark, Ireland.
To do the completely stupid hand gesture that you guys do. Like, that's real.
Skank hands, bitch.
That's real loyalty. You know what I mean? But still, you need to read.
Let's see Jim and Sam hands. It looks like old lady hands just fucking.
First of all,
they're just
shaking.
soaked.
First, Mike, were you there for the entire Voss roast from the beginning?
I missed the.
Did you see Lewis's set?
No.
Let me tell you something.
Pissed. I got there during Judy Gold's.
Oh yeah, Lewis did. I mean, Lewis took it to another level. Like Lewis is the guy I credit for making it as brutal as it got.
Oh, I bet.
He started at the end. He didn't quite know when to.
I didn't know I was lit. I didn't realize it was a time limit. I just had all the fucking jokes I wrote, and a few of my Voss jokes bombed. But
the ones but you crushed.
Yeah, no, I did very well. I was very happy with it.
When I got there, I saw Lewis just stoically sitting in the seat, and he kind of wasn't like changing facial expressions. I was like, he either has to go up at the end and he's nervous, or something happened.
No, nothing
he
happened.
did really, really well.
I have kind of a resting, angry face. So Bobby Kelly said to me, he's like, dude, what's wrong? I was like, nothing. I'm having a good time.
You have resting bitch face. It happens.
But I have like an angry,
But I'll tell you this. You threw up the Legion of Skanks hand symbol when you got up to the podium, and everybody was like, oh. Like, you know what I mean? That wasn't
my crowd.
I'll bet at the Skankfest that thing went over like gangbusters. Did they like the hand thing?
He knows what the fuck's up.
I got to tell you, that was one of the most uplifting weekends of my entire life because I've never been recognized and just felt really good about it. Oh boy, that was a lovely treat.
They're real deal fans, and it's not just Legion of Skanks fans; it's comedy fans in general. We kind of have a bunch of podcasts and a bunch of incredible comedians, and you get together and you celebrate fucking real deal good comedy. In a crazy way. Everyone's getting fucked up. Everyone's doing drugs and drinking and partying. It feels like a nonstop party for a whole weekend, and we're doing it in 8 cities next year, Sam.
What do you mean? Like
8 weekends in a row, Skankfest tour.
You're gonna die.
No, I'm not. Somebody else will. I'm trying to get Emergency to be a sponsor of the festival.
You went from 1 to 8 cities?
Yeah.
Why don't you just do 3 cities next year?
People keep on saying that but I'm not bitch made, so I don't.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
Oh, I see. That is a bit of a bitch made move.
It's a bitch made move.
Yeah, to take reasonable intervals.
Yeah.
No.
So you're not a guy who suffers from bitch assness.
No.
I see.
Yeah,
I see.
I'm
if
not
anything, real assness.
Real assness is very, very different. Yeah. Bitch assness, I've seen many a times.
Yeah,
real assness is rare.
Yeah. So I people are like doing less. And I was like, why? I don't really get it. It's just a fucking thing. You just decide to do it and then you do it.
It's a big undertaking.
Yeah, but everything's a big undertaking.
Wait, no, like for instance,
if you're giving yourself wholly to everything you're fucking doing,
if you did 4 of them, 8 would be twice as big of an undertaking.
Sort of. It's not really, though, because what you're doing is you're preliminarily setting up everything in the cities, and then the week of the events, you're really doing all of the grunt work. So technically it's twice as much work in terms of time, but in terms of actual energy, it's still calling the same sponsors. It says all of the shit that's really difficult to do.
Like you're sponsoring 8 shows instead of 1.
What's the difference? It's a phone call and it's a yes or a no.
But what if it's too much birthday? What if you're like, you know what, this was fun like for 3 weekends, but like by the 8th Skankfest, you're like, this isn't that. I'm so tired of doing Skankfest.
You're speaking to a comedian.
HIV positive.
Yeah.
I'm dying. I was stabbed twice on this tour.
You won't have to give up carbs.
Well, look, I think that I think the way it's going to work is we're not going to have everybody on every single city. We'll probably split it up where people will do half the tour and then
you'll have people traveling with you to all 8.
Oh, 100%. Yeah.
Definitely.
I mean, Zach Amico.
No, I meant audience.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
There will be audience.
That'll be the funnest part.
Like Deadheads.
It's going to be comedy fish.
Dude, it's going to be, it'll smell like comedy fish. I'll tell you that much. But it's going to be incredible. Tony Hinchcliffe asked me if Kill Tony can do just like every year. And I was like, yeah, 100%. You guys can do it every year. There are guys that are a part of this festival that will be there every single year, hopefully. I mean, guys like Bert Kreischer. I mean, dude, if you've never partied with Bert Kreischer, you just haven't fucking partied. That guy is the man.
Mike, have you ever partied with Bert Kreischer?
No, unfortunately. I got frightened.
You've never partied,
I got frightened.
You've never partied?
I truly haven't.
Open your eyes, bitch.
Let's go to Joe in Wisconsin. What's up, Joe?
Hey, Sam, you had a cake stomp video.
Yeah.
That was right. That was on a walkover between studios, right around 9 a.m.
Yeah.
What kind of fucking homeless guy finds a cake like that and doesn't start eating it right away?
It's fake.
That's what makes me believe it was set up by Opie. He bought it, gave it to somebody to give to the homeless guy.
It was. He faked the whole thing. He faked cake stomp. He faked yesterday. Spits. You're getting worked, bro. It's all wrestling. It's all wrestling. You wait and see what happens. He's going to be on vacation for a week. He's going to come back Monday. Oh, big swerve for everybody. It's all fake. All fake.
Yeah. Now don't you feel bad?
What's that?
It was a sheep joke. But I was eating bacon, so I couldn't make a sheep sound.
Why would it be?
Why would it be? Oh, because you're a sheep?
Because you're a sheep.
Sheeple.
Oh. Sheeple.
You're getting the wool pulled over your eyes.
The worst joke.
I want to kill myself.
That was horrible.
I've never wanted to take my own life after an attempt at humor. Besides now, I want to absolutely jump onto a sword head first.
Nobody said anything about sheep. Like, we just kind of described it, but like, you just went from, you went right to step 8.
He connected A to 7.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. That stunk. You should literally ban me from your show.
Troy, did you get what he was doing at all?
No.
No. Nobody did.
It was, not only was it a bad joke, it was executed poorly. It was a horrible idea.
Bacon in your throat?
Like, bacon tried to stop you.
Yeah. You do 19 shows, you still talk with your mouth open full. It was a good attempt, though. I appreciate it.
You got to take a cut.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Oh. Well, we don't really have time to watch the Joe Scarborough and Mika thing, but basically, I mean, and it goes right along, because I was like wrapped up in this radio drama and then also the Trump cable news drama. And like Mika went on the air today and she goes, I can't believe how easily this president gets played. Meaning that, like, he was somehow manipulated by them criticizing him to put out tweets that are unpresidential, as opposed to, and that's why you made a smart point today, Lewis, earlier when you said, I think it might have been Mike actually. One of you guys said that Trump was like getting people to do exactly what he wanted.
Yeah.
Right.
That was me.
Okay, never mind that, Lewis. You have made no smart points today.
Can we just try to find a smart point that I made as well? I feel a little left
There's definitely a good part of the blowjob conversation that you probably nailed something home.
Yeah, but nothing specific. Nothing jumps out.
Theft.
Nothing. Do you remember Louis J. Gomez making even one smart comment today?
I feel like I do, but I can't think.
Well, that's Lewis's game, though. He gives the aura of somebody who knows what he's talking about.
Very confident.
Without ever actually saying anything of substance. Like, there's no takeaways, but you just trust him.
Yeah.
Like, you listen, you have no takeaway, but you leave feeling like, I got to keep listening to Lewis.
I do trust him.
Is that right?
Yeah, that's exactly
I
it.
love how he's ending the Opie conversation in classical casual posture.
It's like my whole life is a to be continued at the end of an episode. You're like, there was no ending to that. What happened there?
Right. It's coming. Don't worry.
Like,
I trust it. It's a good show.
There
next
will be a finite
next week's
ending to your
episode,
life.
you will get the ending, and then it's just another to be continued.
Right.
You're like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
I think I'm being played here.
Well, luckily, people never get tired of that.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, just ask the creators of Lost.
But yeah, like cable news, Mika is saying that Trump was played somehow as if they had intended for Trump to expose her as having a facelift on Twitter.
Who the fuck is Mika?
She's the host of Morning Joe.
I don't. No, you didn't say she's the host of Morning Joe.
I said she hosts a show with Joe Scarborough.
I didn't know that's Morning. I don't know who Joe Scarborough is.
He hosts Morning Joe. That's why it's called that. It's a play on coffee.
No idea any of who these people are.
What do you do with yourself?
Podcast.
I have a child.
Oh yeah, I have a child too.
Yeah.
I raised my kid as a podcast. Yeah, I just thought it was funny. Look, we're running out of time. Lewis, do you have anything you'd like to promote?
Yeah, GomezComedy.com. Gomez Comedy on Instagram. I have 3 podcasts on the Gas Digital Network, gasdigitalnetwork.com.
How'd you score that?
I was jerking off the owner for years. Legion of Skanks podcast, Real Ass podcast, and brand new Believe You Me with UFC champion Michael Bisping.
You just took the show from Sirius and you turned it into podcast?
No, we have the podcast. We needed Sirius to know that we have other options.
Smart.
Yeah.
Smart.
So, we got that. And obviously the Sirius XM show, The Countdown here on Sirius XM, Rush 93 every Thursday. If you guys want to hear me and Michael Bisping talk shit about everything in MMA, we do it every single week and we do it better than everybody else.
Excellent. And Mike?
If you're still listening, I'm recording my my debut album July 16th, New York Comedy Club, 7 p.m. and 9:15 shows. I have Yamanika opening for me. You can use discount code Cannon.
That the fans of this show hate Yamanika.
Well, either way,
I mean, that as a selling
because
point?
she's fucking hilarious, and I think the two of us work
Guys,
well together.
We're going to kill a black person at the beginning of the show, and we are going to.
What's the discount code?
Cannon. So but get it on my Twitter. It's my pinned tweet. It's on Instagram. It's on Facebook. My website. All that stuff. I really want to fill it up, and we're actually already half sold out for both shows. So
I am Mike Cannon on Twitter. I am Mike Cannon.
July 16th.
Yes, and we will be back next week. We're going to celebrate the 4th of July, and I can't wait to find out if Jim's party happens and how poorly planned it is. We'll tell you all about it next week. Thanks for listening. Goodbye.